were the last person on planet Earth? Well, today we're about to find out exactly what happens when one man finds out, because I'm watching the Glendale Archives, which is a found footage horror series that popped into my For You page here on YouTube. And usually you guys recommend things to me, but this one found its way to my feed. So I'm going to watch it today with you guys, and hopefully we all enjoy this one because it seems very interesting. And also, like, Film Theory made a video on it recently, so of course it has to be good. And also, I mean, just look at it, right? Like it looks very interesting. 500,000 people watched the first episode alone, so it genuinely has to have some buzz about it, right? So yeah, just sit back, relax. In this video, we're gonna watch every single episode that is out so far. The last episode came out like about a month ago, so you know, grab a snack, grab some coffee, and you know, maybe grab some GamerSupps, which you can save 10% on by using my code. That is a code TALL. Save yourself 10% on a GamerSupps website, but we'll get back to that here later. For now, let's watch the Glendale Archives and see why it's terrifying to be the last person on the planet.
All right, day 8 of squatting in this house. It's been really
we're
nice,
squatting.
actually. I've been able to sleep, shower, recharge. I even managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, you know, especially at night, because I don't want to attract any attention to this house. But last night I messed up like an idiot. I leaned against the light switch and I turned on the living room lights, and the house lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. You know, just for a second. And now this morning I see someone out in the woods, you know, lurking around.
Oh, that is...
Yeah, I see you.
That's creepy.
It could just be passing by. It could be nothing, but, you know, makes me nervous. I haven't seen him in a few hours.
Why is he squatting
but
in this house?
But it really makes me uneasy. So tonight,
Is
in
bro
addition
homeless?
to cooking my favorite meal, chicken parm, I'll be battening down the hatches.
Who's running the power stations makes me think he's not the last person. Wait, do human beings have to run power stations? I thought like we just like had like a power button that we would just press on like the power station, and then it just like infinitely ran itself for the rest of like humanity. Is that not how it works?
Just in case whatever is out there is, you know, isn't just passing through. First, I need to run out and get some groceries, so let's do that.
Maintenance? Don't we have like hamster wheels? Oh my god, everything is empty.
Power's on in here. That's good.
Wait,
Let's
so
see.
He's already the last man on Earth.
We need a few different things.
Does he already know he's the last man on Earth? He left money.
You never know.
Okay, he took the money. Never mind.
So as I mentioned, I need to prioritize security in this house tonight. I've identified about 3 weak points where an intruder could breach our defenses, and each requires its own special security system, if you will.
Okay.
Weak zone number 1 is the furnace room window. There's no lock on this window.
Hold on. Why did he even bother paying for the stuff if he knows that he's the last person on the planet? Right? Like, you know, hear me out though. Like, I know it's good faith, but at the same time, brother, just take the stuff and leave. Right? Also, is it safe to go out in the day? I assume the thing, the entity, whatever the heck it is that he saw at night, like, he's the last human on the planet. Those things are probably not human. And then assumedly, if they only come out at night, he's at least safe to go out during the day, it seems. because he seems perfectly fine right now. And yeah, why bother paying, bro? Just take the stuff and leave.
So I've set up a tripwire, and about 7 feet 6
Guilt
inches
isn't always
away,
logical,
the
fair.
average height of a nester, I've strategically positioned a knife
Nester?
upright. When triggered, the tripwire will send the blade straight into the upper chest or the face. Weak zone 2, the basement door. Now, the house is settled pretty unevenly, making this door impossible to keep locked. If a nester enters through here, they'll hear a tape recorder in the next room playing my voice saying the following.
Don't hurt me. Don't come in here, please.
The recording will lure them deeper inside, right into a sensor-triggered assault. Weak zone 3, the porch passage door. Now this leads directly into the same basement door with the broken locks. When someone opens this porch door, the friction will strike matches against an igniter that I've rigged. And the matches will ignite a portable gas tank that's been slowly leaking gas all night, so hopefully burning any nester who tries to breach that passageway.
Oh my God,
and
bro!
I've also
This
installed noisemakers on all the doors.
He keeps saying the word nester. I'm assuming that's like the term for whatever the heck these things. They're like they look like zombies. They still look like people to me. So like I'm assuming that the nesters are the zombies or whatever these entities in this world are. They're just called nesters? Okay, cool. So we have a term. He's hella prepared. It sounds like so he's definitely been in this situation for a while now, right?
Door handles, so hopefully I'll
He's
hear
making a
them
Rupert
coming,
Goldberg
and I'll
trap.
see them coming, and that these traps will keep them out, and I'll be able to sleep safely tonight.
Nightfall/dinner. I always get skinwalker/vampire type of energy from nesters.
All right, I'm gonna fillet the chicken now.
Alerts are paused, by the way, chat.
All right, now I'm gonna tenderize it. This ensures that the chicken
I
is
got a
gonna be
cooking video in
nice
my found
and
footage
even
video.
all the way around. We're gonna put some of this chicken in flour so it absorbs some of the moisture, and so the crispiness will stick on.
Okay. I'm getting so hungry looking at this, dude. I have a salad. Oh, you ruined your egg. I was gonna say I have a salad
Get rid of that
in the refrigerator right now. I want to grab it so bad.
Next, we'll dip the chicken
This is just a cooking video now.
in the egg batter.
I am watching a cooking video.
Now it's time for what makes the chicken good. Panko. Technically, the panko makes it like a chicken katsu. Some grated parm. That's going to caramelize really nicely on the chicken. Now some salt and pepper. Let's mix this all up.
Nice, dude. Okay.
And now in the chicken goes.
Are we really just watching a cooking video? The past 3 minutes he's just been cooking. I've just been watching this man cook. This, like, I like how I came for the vibes of like a found footage horror video, and instead I'm getting fucking Gordon Ramsay's recipe for home cooked baked chicken. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Let him cook. Hey, you know what? You're right. I should just let bro actually cook, right?
All right, now it is time to fry these bad boys up.
It does look really good, though.
It's not good to add the oil over an open flame, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this oil nice and hot. Now you know the oil's ready when you dip the chicken in. It sizzles. Ooh, is that ready? That is ready. I'm actually gonna lower the heat. That's insane. Now, personally, I like when it's very golden brown. I don't like when it's too pale. I like when it's crisp.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair. Bro, I am hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. This would be my dinner time usually. I woke up today at like 2 p.m. I had breakfast at like 5 a.m. So, you know, this makes sense. I went to bed at like 7 a.m. So,
right, so let's get ready to broil the mozzarella
it's the Amityville
cheese
Gordon Ramsay. Bro, yo, okay, listen, YouTube complains about my Twitch chat sometimes, but like, listen, you got to give them credit. They're fucking funny as shit, YouTube. All right, listen, yo, W Twitch chat right now. That was a hilarious ass comment. That was funny. That's good.
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to throw this into the oven and broil it.
Bro has 2 ovens? What house has 2 ovens? He might be squatting, but he has 2 ovens?
I figured while the chicken parm is cooking, I'm going to set up my sleeping quarters for the night, make a fire, set up my sleeping bag. I was sleeping in the living room before,
hold on.
but...
In what universe would you ever need 2 ovens? Can someone explain this to me? How many of you are rich enough to have 2 ovens? Right? Because I can't like think in any one for baking. Isn't the first one for baking? I'm really trying to think about this right now. Why would you need 2 ovens?
To be honest, it's too far from an exit. And given that there was that stranger outside earlier, makes sense to be close to the exit, you know, in case anything happens. It makes it convenient, you know? Kitchen's right here, can make a midnight snack. So I'm gonna set up the fire for the evening. 3-layer base.
Family cook-off. My parents have 2 kitchens. Whoa, pause. Your parents have 2 kitchens? How rich is your family? What? We barely had 1. Our kitchen's so tiny. Y'all had 2. Yo, some people just have it too good. All right, like clearly, this planet is like filled with people who are way too rich, dog. Like, I mean, good for y'all. No, like that's insane. But like, goddamn, bro. Like, some of us grew up on the fucking struggle bus. I thought you were well off if you had an air fryer. That's what I'm saying, bro. I got my first air fryer genuinely like when did I buy it, chat? Was it last month?
Oh, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Full moon tonight. And we can't forget the sauce. This particular sauce I found, it's called Michael's of Brooklyn. Tomatoes, fresh garlic, fresh basil, Italian olive oil, oregano, fresh parsley, salt, black pepper, and nothing else, it says in big exclamation points. You can't read that.
Is that a real sauce? This bro is making me want to make chicken right now, dude. I'm actually hungry, dog. I might pause this recording to get food and snack while we watch. Like, it's reaching that point. Like, the past 7 minutes of this have been bro just cooking.
You always put the sauce
not kidding.
On
I might just go get food.
Sake. And of course, last but not least, basil. And that is it. Bon appetit.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
I'm so hungry. Let's see how this tastes.
Dude, we are legitimately letting bro cook right now.
It's amazing.
No, that's good. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. Listen, if he's eating, so am I. Be right back. All right, YouTube. I'm not kidding. All right, I've come back with a salad. Okay, so we can keep watching this as I put together my salad. So let's go.
I am not. Had chicken pie in forever.
Yep. That's great. It's wonderful. Oh, my salad came with a straw. Straw? Fork? This is not the same thing.
All that walking around today got me hungry.
Dude, you got me hungry.
That guy really freaked me out outside.
I bet.
I think that anxiety just takes a lot out of me. I'm glad I made 2.
He's glad?
There's like nothing like really good chicken parm.
Bro.
So you really have to tenderize it and flatten it out so it becomes more like a chicken cutlet.
Really? I wish I knew how to make that.
Like, restaurants where you go and you get the chicken and or any dish and it's like not good. It's like you should be losing sleep to make sure that your chicken is flavorful. You go to a chicken place and like the skin comes off the chicken, all the flavors on top, it's in the skin. And then like the chicken itself is just like bland. You know, what are you doing? I do miss restaurants. I miss people cooking for me.
Having someone prepare your meal for you is a different experience, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, listen, I'll say it, bro. When you have someone in your life that cooks for you, it genuinely does change your life forever. Like, bro, that's just love. Okay, that is the purest form of it. It's just love. You know, if you've never experienced love before, I don't know what to say. You need it in your life.
Got this at the supermarket.
Okay.
Oh. Man, I'm lonely tonight.
Bro, same.
Particularly lonely. Just sort of missing some camaraderie, I think.
Tell me about it.
I tell you what I don't miss about people right now. It's feeling in debt to people.
Like you owe them something?
Emotionally more than anything. You know, being predator to other people's unresolved issues. Feeling obligated to give my time. I always would put boundaries around my time. And sometimes I felt like I had to lie to people because people can be really selfish with your time. If they thought that they could get more from you, they take it. You know? That's what I always hated about having a job. There was always this sense that when you work for someone, they expect you to squeeze every bit of time they can out of you because they're paying you, and they're not going to pay you for nothing.
That's true, actually. That is just that's true. Bro's just like monologuing right now. And he's telling me all of his fucking life's problems. To be fair though, he inspired me to get a meal. So I can't be mad. I genuinely can't be mad at that. This salad, by the way, $1 from Amazon. Can you believe that? $1 salad. And it's also just really, really good. So hey man, just go get you that $1 salad from Amazon, chat. That's all I'm saying. But he's cooking though. He was cooking. But he's cooking with the knowledge that he's dropping at the same time.
You know, there are people who believe that because they're giving you money, the money that they know you need to live, they can take advantage of you. They assume that if you need the job, you'll do whatever they ask, no matter how stupid or pointless it is, because after all, they're paying you. You know? I don't miss that.
Same. Literally
Money
same.
created this like really sick relationship with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Once someone gives you money, it becomes a trap and it's really hard to escape.
Dude, literally, that's what actually, I know I just praised my Twitch chat, but I'm about to talk shit about them for a second. I used to have people in my Twitch chat who used to give me money just so I could do stupid shit. And the moment I decided that I put my foot down and I would stop doing stupid shit on Twitch for money, I stopped getting as much money on Twitch, right? But I'm glad that I did that because I feel infinitely better as a person for doing that. But yeah, now those people just don't come around and they don't give me money because they, want to see me do stupid shit for money. You know what I mean? But yeah, you just people think that they can control you with money, and that just shouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? So it's partially my own fault for agreeing to do those things, to be fair. But yeah, I think that, what he's saying is true to a very, wild degree. So yeah.
I used to hate having a boss breathe down my neck. Ugh. I'd work an 8-hour shift, and honestly, I'd probably only worked 2 of those hours. The rest of the time, I just walk around with my clipboard, pretending to be busy. I'd move quickly, like I had somewhere important to be, just to look productive. That's what a boss likes to see. Motion. They want to see you doing something, even when the real work only took like 2 hours. If they catch you sitting, they get pissed. Even if there's nothing left to do.
That, bro.
So I'd fake it.
I literally hate that too. Like when I did used to have a job and I finished my work, my boss would get mad at me if they saw me doing nothing. It's like, but I literally finished all of my work for the day. What the fuck do you want me to do? Right? And so then you literally, like you say, you literally have to sit there and fake doing something, but like you finished everything, right? Like, I'm sorry, I'm good at my job and I finished everything early. My bad.
I'd walk around, look busy, make them feel like they're getting their money's worth, but they weren't. It's like they'd rather see you miserable and in motion than calm and at ease. Makes no sense. It's like they need to see struggle to feel justified in paying you. So
yeah, and those are the worst type of employers.
Because if I didn't, I'd get shit for it. And life is already hard enough. You don't need someone coming down on you for being efficient. Yeah, I know. If I said that to an employer or a business owner, they probably think I'm the worst type of employee. But, I mean, come on, man. Do you expect me to care about selling bullshit plastic products while I'm spending my finite time being here? Yeah. I know it wasn't my boss, personally. But it was what he represented, it was the whole system. Built so, like, rich people could get richer and everybody else sort of wastes their time.
True.
And maybe if I wasn't forced to make money, I'd have time to foster the skills that truly make an impact, but that isn't realistic, though, so.
Hey, listen, follow your dreams, chat. Quit your job. Do what you want to do in life. Actually, maybe don't do that. I quit my job at a very terrible time in my life, but it worked out in the end. Point is, you probably shouldn't do that, all right? I took a really, really crazy risk, and it somehow worked out in the end. Now I'm here. Now I'm making these videos. Also, I realized that we've been watching this video for like 18 minutes, and bro has just been telling me about his life for the past like few minutes, and nothing crazy or weird has happened. This is supposed to be an analog horror. None of this is horrific. I mean, I guess talking about retail jobs is inherently horrific if you've had one, because we all know the true horrors of having a real job. But like outside of that, nothing has happened.
As much as I miss my family, they kept asking me to get a cell phone. I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not doing that, you know? Because once they knew I had a phone, I'd be available to them all the time. And I don't want to be available to people all the time. Sometimes I'd even lie. I'd say, I'm going to be out when I was actually going to be home, just so I had an excuse not to answer. And, maybe that's selfish. Maybe I just, didn't want to talk. Maybe I just wanted to be left alone. Getting a cell phone felt like it was inviting people into my life on demand, and I didn't want that. Just like, it's not natural for people to have that kind of access to another person. I don't know, that's at least what I think. And I know it probably comes from an inability to disappoint people. Some would say, why don't you just say no if they ask? But I don't know, sometimes no doesn't feel like a complete sentence. If I said I wasn't available, they want a reason. And maybe the reason is I just, like, I don't want to talk right now, or I was planning to watch a movie. It sounds small, but it wasn't to me. Just it wasn't. Maybe that's what I needed, Feels like modern day communication was the thief of life.
That's
after
deep.
a long day, sometimes.
Dude, that is actually modern day communication, the thief of life. It is kind of a thief of joy in a weird sense, right? To be fair though, I have self-isolated myself to a point that I am uncomfortable with. I literally talk to no one, right? I spend like a majority of my days quite literally alone. Maybe not so much recently, but like for the most part, I do spend like a majority of my days just isolated and alone. And to be fair, it was by choice. But then I started realizing that it was like, oh my God, I literally just dead ass talk to literally no one on an average day. And I will reach out to no one, but no one reaches out to me either. And then like, it's just like, it's the saddest thing, because then I look at my notifications. I'm like, damn, my phone is dead. I have nothing to do. So I just like fucking leave the house and I go grab like a burger from McDonald's and I come home and sit down and I'm like, I'm watching a movie alone. So I don't know. He enjoys it, but it gets sad. It gets to a point, when like you want to talk to another human being, but then there's like no one to talk to, right? I call my own mom and this bitch does not answer.
So all I wanted to do to unwind was just, relax. Just relax.
Unironically, I'm thinking about it, I might actually enjoy being the only person on the planet, because realistically, I already feel like the only person on the planet. Just saying.
But saying I need to relax never felt like a good enough reason to fall short of somebody else's expectations, even though it should have been. So I didn't ask for it, I just took it. And if I had to lie to protect that time, I did. Because I shouldn't have to justify wanting peace. And I know, that's avoidant. Maybe that was life challenging me to grow, but sometimes I just don't want to grow. Sometimes I just want to rest. Defeats the purpose of relaxing if I have to grow while doing it. Sometimes I want to say no to the challenge. Put a boundary around life itself, which sounds arrogant because it's impossible.
Bruh, either his traps are working, or just nothing is coming after him today.
About myself that, I don't want to see. My unhealthy desire to numb, my avoidance. Maybe it's showing me something deeper. I don't know.
Bro, therapy would have fixed this guy. Clearly, he did not go. Right? Unironically, watching House in an analog horror style gonna hit different. Dude.
Maybe the truth is I really was afraid I was incapable of connecting with other people the way I wanted to. And that I would never feel close to my family and my friends, not the way I wanted to, at least. You know, and maybe that's why I kept telling myself that people only want to use my time, because it's easier to believe that than to imagine that they actually wanted to spend time with me, get to know me.
Okay.
You know,
This man is very depressed. This man is very, very sad and depressed.
Deep, and I still can't picture people actually wanting to talk to me just to talk to me.
That's a mood and a half, bro. I feel this every single day. Yo, can I give this guy a hug? Can I jump through my screen and give this guy a goddamn hug, bro? Like I've known this man for 20 minutes, and I just want to hug him. Like I just want to give him a hug, bro. Like, he inspired me to eat, but at the same time, I just want to give him a hug.
It's safer to believe that everybody is a time-sucking vampire than to actually risk rejection. You know, I don't know when I became so guarded. I never really felt safe around other people. You know, if something bad happened, I never felt safe enough to share the pain with someone else, so I faced it alone. And with nowhere to let it out. Build up over years and years until it got so deep, I couldn't tell you where it began or how to talk about it, you know? People would ask me, what's wrong? I'd just say, I don't know. And I used to tell myself that when the pain gets great, when it gets great enough, I'll share. I didn't want to bother anybody. It just felt like, you know, it's not bad enough yet to burden others yet. And then one day, my brother died. And I still couldn't share the pain. That excuse to keep putting it off, it's bottomless. It won't end until I make a beginning. And that loneliness, it just breeds anger, blame, bitterness. I'd given anything to let that go.
Damn,
I just
bro.
didn't know how.
Hey, maybe he's not too alone anymore, though. He's got the nesters. You know what I mean? At least one. The one that's like stalking outside his house right now. Like, unless he kills it. If he kills it, then he doesn't have anyone. You know what I mean? And then he'll be alone again. So like he is not really like solving his problem. He at least has chicken. He made good chicken.
So when I'm alone, I don't have to face any of that, you know? I'm not disturbed. So anyway, I have my affirmation that I tell myself every day, and preparing me for when I see other people again. And it goes like this: I am likable and I attract genuine connection. So, I say that to myself every day. Pretty good, right?
Shit. That's deep. I should try that.
But when people enter the picture, everything surfaces. Resentment, worry, doubt, fear. Giving my time forced me to confront all of that. And it pushes me to speak up when staying quiet would just feel so much more comfortable and safer. So yeah, I'm protective of my time. Not how good that's doing me now. And it's really because anything that wants to take it also stirs up everything that I'm still trying to keep buried. Anyway, that's it. All right.
That was fucking deep.
Hit the
Bro,
hay.
I came to this fucking video for horror. Instead, I got a cooking video and then a therapy session. Like what the hell? This is like I don't even know what to expect from this series anymore. Like this is a slow burner if I've ever seen one for a start. Now, I will have to admit, this series does have a chronological order. I decided to start watching it in the post order, you know, like as in the first video all the way to the last, because I prefer watching analog horror in that order, right? Because I think it's just better to like get the story in the way it's posted. That way you can learn about the events in the natural order of like how these things play out, because that's just the way analog horror is meant to be consumed, to be fair, right?
Oh, it's been a long day. That was a tasty meal.
I'm back with food. Anything scary happening yet? All right, mods, ban that guy. Otherwise, my YouTube chat's gonna fucking hate him and they're gonna complain about him every 5 seconds. Deadass, you gotta stop, bro.
Oh. All right. See you in the morning.
$2:36 a.m. the witching hour. Got music playing.
What am I seeing right now? That's fire. That's definitely fire.
What the absolute fuck? Well, that was the scariest shit that we wanted. Huh. Well, all right. Shit, damn. Wow. That was something. That was yeah, no, he's living in a very fucked up world right now. I would not, you know what, when I said that I could survive here, I don't think I don't want it anymore. I'm good. I'm like a really good dog. Like, I'm fine, personally.
Man, I'm lonely tonight. Particularly lonely. Just sort of missing some camaraderie, I think.
Okay, so we're starting off where we left off last time, right?
I tell you what I don't miss about people right now. It's feeling in debt to people. You know, emotionally more than
Is this just
anything.
playing the exact same things from last time? Oh, this is literally just the exact, this is just the mental stuff from last time. Okay.
Okay. Day 4, squatting in this abandoned house. I haven't seen another person in 81 days.
All right.
A couple days ago, I decided to suit up and head north into the surrounding hills.
Okay.
All right, we're heading out, so I hope I don't die. I found a map here. Barely intact, but enough to help me navigate what was ahead.
All right.
It is very chilly out today.
Wait, hold on. I just realized something. The first video was day 8. This video is day 4. So this is before the burning of the guy in the house. I'm putting it together in my head right now. So yeah, so this is 4. This is day 4. The other video is day 8. Okay, cool. So we have to remember that these are out of order.
I also keep my CB radio set to directional and gives me some warning if there's some danger within 5 miles. So if I hear anything, I change course.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't trust that. So I'm definitely gonna veer in a different direction.
The map led me to 3 different locations: the mall, an underground.
I have to say something real quickly, right? Either he actually, while filming this, owns this house and genuinely doesn't own any furniture, which is, by the way, like incredible for you to stick to the bit. Or he filmed all of this in like, I don't know, like a week while like renting an Airbnb that also happens to have no furniture or something. I don't know. Like regardless, whoever owns this house ain't got no furniture, and I'm impressed.
Concourse and some type of museum. Places that used to be crowded, you know. The suburbs are empty, that's for sure. Rows of houses, all vacant, so I thought, if anybody's still out there, they'd be here.
Okay.
When I reached the first location, I felt pretty optimistic.
The mall. All right.
So far, not very promising.
I was about to say, is this also Blender, like Kane, like Pixels stuff?
Unfortunately, I think this place is blurry.
But then he put the
and
camera down on a tripod, and now I don't know what to think.
really puts me on edge that I can see everything and there's really no place to hide here. Let me go see if I can find out where that sound is coming from.
The putting the tripod down is tripping me out, bro.
Alright, let's see if any of these doors lead to a bunker full of custodians. I don't know.
That's too creepy. I wouldn't do that. Hell no. So do nesters only really come out at night?
These are all locked.
Okay, that almost scared me because the camera cut to him already being there.
Well, I wish I had some quarters.
Everything is just on and working.
Can't believe these are still running.
No, I can't believe it either, actually.
this like really makes me hungry because there's a food court here. Makes me think of like Nathan's hot dogs or something. I could really go for one.
Dude, honestly, all right. See, he's mentioning food again. I just had that salad, bro. Like after the first video, bro, like realistically speaking, like, you know, I could go for a hot dog. Hot dogs are good though. Like, but like if I were in this mall, like, I don't know. I feel like if I were the last person alive, exploring malls would be fun, but I'd more so probably like want to like maybe not a mall, but maybe like explore like an amusement park. But then again, that'd probably be dangerous because I don't know how to work the rides, and then I don't know how I'd stop the ride, right? So maybe not that, you know. But I don't know. I feel like a mall, probably not so much, you know. But just anything else, just maybe like a go-kart place actually would probably be a little bit more fun because then I could like race around the track and like the go-karts and stuff like that. But yeah.
Don't think that's gonna happen.
Ooh, actually, wait.
No,
a movie theater.
Like
Then I could like watch like whatever I wanted on like the giant screen, like an IMAX theater. And I'd take like my PlayStation and I'd like hook it up and I'd play games on the IMAX screen. I think I'd do that. Bro's not thinking outside the box right now. I am.
At least I see no nesters.
Can the nesters actually be outside during the day? Okay, that's not good. That's definitely not good. Unless this is day 4. So maybe he doesn't know that yet, that they can't be outside during the day. I'd be looking for who's running the power stations. I'll stop going back to that point. No, you have a point there, right? Who is running the power station?
Getting closer.
Maybe it's the hamsters. I'm still for the whole hamsters thing.
Seems like where it's coming from.
Do we know what nesters are? No, we still don't.
There's absolutely nothing in there. That was a recording of someone who I think has been here in the past.
Yeah, see, go to the theater, bro.
I spent around an hour and a half exploring the mall. It was getting pretty late, and I needed to keep moving. I also saw a figure that I've encountered before moving towards me. I call him Mr. Whiteout. He sounds harmless, but I don't know, something in me just doesn't trust it. My next stop is a series of underground tunnels called Concourse B.
Wait, he's been followed. Okay. So wait, we know that someone's being like following him. Okay, it's safe to assume though it is one of the nesters, and I'm assuming nesters look human-esque as well. And we still don't know what they are because he is the last human alive. And we still don't know what the nesters are entirely.
I expected public transit, you know, trains connecting nearby towns, but instead, I found passageways linking offices, food courts, state buildings, things like that. With the parking structures below, it must have been packed with workers at some point moving beneath the city.
Backrooms ass city, bro.
Oh, I'm so hungry. You can get really cornered in one of those kitchens, or else I'd fry up a deluxe.
This is actually kind of cool though. Wait, so an underground tunnel system that links the different parts of the city where you can walk through the tunnels to get across the city. It defeats the purpose though. Like I feel like a subway system would have done better instead of like a tunnel system that you can walk through. You know what I mean? But then again, maybe you could like skateboard, ride a scooter or something down there. But like, why not also add a subway system? Then again, when I think about it, at the same time, you could also walk through the Japan subway system instead of taking the train, and it, to the same degree, it also just works the same way. You know what I mean? So it is kind of cool. Also, in Japan, their fucking subway system is almost like a mall. Like it is essentially a mall. Like there are so many like food places, shopping centers and stuff down there. It's really cool. And I look, you want to go back, right? You know, what if this guy's just crazy in an abandoned town or whatever reason? Nesters are just concerned people trying to get him help. The real horror is not knowing if reality is real. That would be funny.
I don't think I'm going to go too deep into this because it's very maze-like, and I don't want to get lost and not be able to get back outside.
Bro's just in Japan though. That's you know, I'm willing to believe he's in Japan.
Little painting.
Does that say New York City on it? Made Hudson. Is he in New York?
Yeah, I should get out of here.
What?
At this point, it was getting pretty dark, and I was 3 hours from home. I had a little fun on the way to the next location, and then, you know, I don't know what I was thinking, because it started to get dark out. Woo! It's like I lost 2 hours of my time.
I deserve ice cream.
Like, I was playing with my radio and acting like an idiot. It's too late to walk back.
You listened and heard a voice that said, get free ice cream, and you actually came for the free ice cream? Bro, you know that you're the last person alive and you actually listened to the goddamn voice? What is wrong with this guy, bro? And like, bro is the typical fucking horror protagonist that just does not listen, dude.
I was lucky. Some of the towns I passed through still had working electricity. I assume they're connected to some industrial-sized power center that hadn't yet failed.
Okay, so not every place has power. He just addressed that.
The darkness was pretty blinding.
Right?
I hadn't seen a landmark in over an hour, and, you know, out of the darkness now, it appeared. It wasn't ideal, but I needed shelter. At any moment, I could have run into a nester. So
oh my god! That's terrifying.
So I slept inside the enclosed slide. It was not comfortable, but it worked. When I woke, I continued on my travels. The last place I visited.
That is actually terrifying, but smart. It is the last place that anyone would look for you, or anything would look, to be fair, right? So I get it. But then again, I don't know how these nesters work. Can they smell you or something, right? So smart play, to be fair, right?
Was the taxidermy house. It used to be a family attraction. Walking through it now, I kept mistaking the stillness for life. Everything looked alive, but it wasn't. Just empty forms stuffed with microfiber.
Hello, Mammoth. Don't worry.
Be happy.
I'm gonna take your little cub, or whatever you call it.
Okay.
Hello. Hey, there's some guys doing some work over here. I feel like this guy would really hate me if he was alive.
This is a very strange place to want to visit while, you know, the last human being alive.
What is this, like aquatic world or something?
So here's the next question. What did happen to everyone else on the planet? Like, did they like just did they just like evaporate or something? Like, what was that one like religious movie where like everyone on the planet just like fucking disappeared except for their clothes? Like, is that what happened to like every other human except for him? Right?
For the entire ocean.
The horror is not knowing. I mean, fair enough.
Model T. Wouldn't mind taking this puppy out for a spin. Alright, I'm gonna get going.
As I walked home, I thought about nesters. I really don't know much about them. Only that they can shift from calm to hostile in seconds. Once they settle somewhere, infestation usually follows. I've encountered that. They look human, but something is off about them. Something is just not normal.
I can't see
I'm
anything,
glad
bro.
to be back home in front of this warm fire with this mug of hot cocoa.
Uh-huh.
I didn't find anyone, no, but maybe tomorrow I'll head south towards the water. Anyway.
Okay. So they look human, they can be calm, but they become hostile very quickly. All right. Okay. See, this again. What the fuck is this? This just ruined my entire train of thought. Hey, man, you know, sometimes you just kind of wake up like that. You know, what can I say?
I decided to come up north last night. Just to get away. I actually found this place a while back, traveling from the city to Big House. Thinking about my recovery today. My recovery from bad habits, trauma, the grief. Just never feels like I'm doing enough for my own recovery. Especially now than my current circumstances where I feel such a lack of security that I don't have time to spend addressing anything that's going on inside. And now with the mirror of other people gone.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I used to see people judging my habits and I'd feel this pressure. You know, I gotta change something, but
This is another therapy session, bro.
I can't. I don't want to. It's true, I don't want to. I wondered if anybody else felt that way ever. Like, you're addicted to something. I know it's hurting me and likely other people, but truthfully, I just don't want to stop.
Okay.
To say that I don't want to stop, it's terrifying, you know?
He really just needs a hug, dog. He needs a hug, and you know, he has to stop squatting and moving around. Like, why is he jumping from place to place, dog? Like, just settle down. Then again, to be fair, I think settling down in one place is probably a bad thing considering I don't know where these nesters stay and what their movements are like or anything like that. So maybe moving around is probably a healthy thing for him to do, you know, and in hindsight, it's probably the good thing, right?
To say that to another person is terrifying because it doesn't feel acceptable to say. You know, the truth is, I'm in pain. It's not getting better. And I don't want to work on it.
Oh.
But it's the truth, and the truth is the truth. I don't want to stop. I needed someone who could hear me say that, but I could never muster the courage. Because to admit that I don't want to stop something that is hurting me, it opens me up for what I fear the most. Being abandoned. You know?
The irony that he is quite literally alone right now, though. But also, damn, I don't even want to talk about this right now. I'm low-key where he's at currently. And it sucks, but damn.
It opens the door for somebody to finally say, you're right. You're not worth it if you don't behave. But what is behaving anyway? You know, not inconveniencing you, not inconveniencing other people. I mean, this is me. Now, I mean, you can argue that in the face of addiction that it's not you technically, but the fear that drives me to it is part of me, whether that fear is real or made up. It's insane how I contorted myself. I twist myself into an acceptable version of myself for other people, everyone else. And who makes these ideals?
I'm enjoying this story because it's a story about how the saddest man on earth, or sorry, the loneliest. Hold on, finding my words here. The last human on earth is also the most depressed and saddest man. And it's actually a fitting story because he's telling us how sad and alone he was before this, and now he's not sure if he's happy about it because there's now just no one else. It's an interesting fucking dichotomy. You know what I mean?
These expectations that were judged by Hollywood, religion, or just general societal fear of repeating history. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, there are bad things out there. Objectively, I can't imagine anyone agreeing with intentionally or overpowering someone or treating someone less than human.
You would be depressed being that alone even if you weren't before the apocalypse?
And then I think about the things that we call bad but aren't. I mean, I don't think death, a natural disaster, fit that category. Death isn't bad, it's just unknown. It's just scary. A natural disaster is just Earth doing its thing. It's not acting with bad intentions. It just is what it is. Anyway, all this makes me think of who I molded myself to be for other humans. Also that, God forbid, I wouldn't be abandoned and left for dead. Look at me now. I mean, it happened anyway.
Bro, I would like to imagine bro found a one willow wish and wished that everybody else on the planet left him the fuck alone, and quite literally every single human being disappeared except for him. That's my canon lore in my head now.
I'm not so sure it matters anymore. I mean, I don't have to be anything anymore. I don't have to be a man, whatever that means. I can cry anytime, anywhere. I can be afraid without the worry of what it says about me. Makes me wonder why I didn't allow myself to do it earlier.
It's fear of being judged. It's quite simple, actually.
Makes
But
me
also
wonder why I
understandable.
didn't just maybe pretend like people were gone all along. But then again, how can I learn to accept these things if no one is around to witness it? How can I be accepted for it and prove the fear wrong if there's no one there?
So he's learning how to be a better person now that there's no one around to judge him. And now he wishes that there were people there because he's finally learned to be a better person. And he wants to prove to everybody that he's now a better person. But now there's no one to see that he is now a better person. That is quite literally so fucked up. And I wish I could give him a hug. But this is good storytelling.
I guess I'll just have to learn to accept it for myself. Anyway,
Is that a
we got a
nester?
nester. 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna get out of here
Where?
before it catches me.
Oh. Yeah, that was weird. Why do they sound like that, bro? Like this bro's just going, oh.
About a week ago, I decided that I had to leave the city. It's been forever since I've seen another human.
What day is it now? This one's called "The World Is Empty and Everything Is Mine," right? So I don't know what day it is for him in this one, but we'll find out soon.
The city was just getting way too dangerous. I was pretty much barricaded inside my apartment, except to occasionally grab some supplies.
I'm guessing this was the early days for him.
The nesters started showing up near my apartment, and then another.
Okay, this definitely had to be the first few days.
I realized it wasn't the place. It was my routine. So I had to leave.
Is that Chicago? So he's from Chicago, it looks like. And in the last video we saw, bro was like in New York or something. So like bro's like he's like traveled. Holy shit, goddamn. All right, so like it sounds like this is like probably like the first few weeks of it happening. Potentially, it seems. We don't have like a date or something. But like I think the thumbnails of these videos have the dates on them, if I'm not mistaken. Like if I zoom in, they do. Yeah, they do have the dates. Okay, so this one says November 29th. The one before it said it's too late. The one before that said December 8th. So yeah, this one is before the previous one. So yeah, this one is definitely before that one. It's like a week before it. So yeah, interesting. All right. So the thumbnails also give us information on what we need. So I need to also pay attention to the thumbnails while we're watching these videos. There's so many details that we have to pay attention to when watching these analog horrors. But I also don't know, is there stuff hidden in the closed captions as well for these? Like I don't know the rules for watching this analog horror, right? Like we're watching this in real time.
I decided to make my way upstate in my childhood
Okay, there's definitely nothing in the fucking closed caption. We're gonna turn that shit off, right?
home. It's deep in the suburbs. The population is obviously lower, so I assume less nesters. It's also vacant. It has been for a while, which makes it feel safer. Fewer places to hide, which means fewer reasons to move. No surprises. A lot of times I think I'm alone in a house, but I'm not. Being here, I feel safe. I feel somewhat comforted because I know the history that's in these walls. I figure if I'm gonna go down, I want to go down here.
This is childhood home? Okay.
It cut my travel time in half if I walked through the mountains rather than around. But first I needed to navigate the interstate roadways.
Sorry, I don't know if I caught that correctly. Was this his childhood home or a place that resembled his childhood home? Is he squatting in a different place right now? Like, that's crazy.
I never thought in my life that I'd see them this empty. It's brisk up here. Take a look at this.
Is he also walking everywhere? Why does he not have a car? Right? Like, why does bro not have a fucking car? I'm confused right now. I'm actually kind of pissed off. Does the car attract the nesters? You know what I mean? Just found you through your Shoe and Heads video on YouTube. Thank you so much. Welcome in. The power station is running and he can't drive a car. That's what I'm saying. What is that?
Eventually, nighttime began to set in.
He doesn't own a car. I'm realizing he actually doesn't own a car. He genuinely does not own a car. Actually, now that I think about it, in every video, he has literally walked everywhere. He lived in Chicago and he didn't own a car. He walked from Chicago to New York. Bro does not own a fucking car. What? Am I supposed to believe this? Was he actually in New York in the first video? Because I don't know exactly where he was, but the station underground, it had a tunnel or whatever that said fucking New York, right? So I don't know if he actually made it to New York, but bro doesn't have a car.
So it's getting pretty dark out, and I'm picking up a nester about
Okay.
maybe a quarter mile out.
Okay, so see, this is what I like about analog horror as well, right? It's been a slow burn. We're an hour into this fucking video, and I've realized nesters, they said, resemble human beings. They go from being quite literally friendly to being like unfriendly in seconds. But also, we've learned now that you can pick them up on the radio, right? So they're like the creatures in Silent Hill, where you can tell where they are based on radio signals. So they're like that as well. So that's actually a kind of a cool detail.
It's just getting too dangerous to continue on foot. I have to find like a mountain house or something. I know there's some up in these mountains. I just gotta find one, and I pray it doesn't get too dark, because then it's gonna be impossible to see one. So There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Alright, I did take a look at my map, and I see that there is a clearing on the terrain, just a ways up north here.
Where do you get a map, bro?
So,
wait, hold on. Another question I have. In this world, universe, where the fuck he lives, right? Does his cell phone still work? That's like a genuine question I have, right? Because the thumbnails for these videos, right? We don't know what year it is, technically speaking, but the thumbnails for these videos say the date, like November 29th, 2000 something. I can't zoom in that much for you guys to see. I guess I guess I can zoom in here, but like it says November 29th, 2000 or whatever, right? So like, what year is it? They definitely have cell phones, or they should have cell phones. I guess I don't know what universe this is. If in this universe, do they have cell phones? And if they do, does it still work to the point where it like is the Wi-Fi working? You know, and if the internet is still working, does he still have access to everything on the internet? And like, can he just like, I don't know, bro has like infinite access to the internet. He'd never get bored. You know what I mean? Like just watch like movies online or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you could enjoy yourself infinitely in this world. Even if he didn't have a car and wasn't able to steal one, surely a bike or something could have been better. You're right. I just thought about that. Why does bro not have a bike? This is pissing me off even more. He could have taken a bike. You're so right about that.
Pray that it is not just a site for some
He
previous
cannot be the most just
architecture
human being to not like steal a
something.
bike.
I'm praying that it's
Right?
a house or something. because
Go
it is
LARP
not
tube. He could have been
getting
watching
lighter.
LARP tubers, right? LARP Plier. Hey, buddy, this is LARP Plier.
I gotta turn this thing off for a while.
Maybe the
lucky
last man on
hat.
Earth isn't very bright.
I stumbled upon a house deep in the woods.
Wait, hold on. I would imagine YouTube does exist in this world, because why else would he be recording this? You know what I mean? Like, why else would he be recording this footage? Bro's got to upload it somewhere. So YouTube probably does exist in this universe to a degree. For posterity. Fair enough. The North House. Okay. A front door that leads to a staircase is fucking weird. Bro, why are you playing Phasmophobia on fucking, you know, expert difficulty? What is going on right now? It's beyond terrifying. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. The white guy just scared me. That was not meant to be racist. He just did. Okay. Like the camera panned over to him and like it just, I thought he was one of the nesters, y'all. Like his skin was reflecting the light. Okay. It was the same texture. Okay. You can't be mad at me for that. All right. That's all I'm saying. It was same texture, y'all.
The house was warm and cozy. It was a safe haven in the midst of
They
snowy
scare me
desert.
too when I'm white.
Got a nice fire going. His signal's getting pretty weak, so I'd say he's probably about 3 miles out now. So
That thing can
I think we're
detect
safe
them
here
from
for now.
3 miles away? That's what? That's insane. That's good range though. 3 miles. Like a tap on the glass. You know. I don't like that, bro. What is that? What is that
The
outside?
next morning when I woke up, I couldn't believe the view that was hiding in the dark the night before.
Oh, is that when you recorded the other video? Oh. Okay, and then you talked about your depression? Is that what happened there?
It had been a while since I'd seen anything that beautiful.
Is this the house?
I stayed for a while longer. Took part in some activities that made me feel normal.
Does the internet not exist in this world? Or does he just not care for it? I'm confused. Doesn't mean the radio has gun range. It means that nesters are putting out loads of signals.
Break 19, this is Tricky Spinner, do you copy?
I guess I could, yeah. But if they're putting out signals, do they also pick up signals? Right? Like it's making me really think.
After a while, I could feel the air was changing.
They likely can track him
Trees were getting
too.
more sparse.
Makes sense.
The snow was melting a little. I was descending from the mountains. Before I knew it, I began seeing familiar landmarks.
Where is he now, chat? I don't know where that is, but one of you might know where that is. But where is he now?
But the evening snuck up on me quick that day, and I was still a few miles from home.
Uh-oh. Bro, if you know they are crazy at night, why are we staying out so late, dog?
All right, I found it at a diner.
Fair. Sleeping in a diner, not that bad. I love the founding fathers.
I sat for a moment, weighing whether it was worth turning on the electricity and opening up the kitchen.
No.
Since the kitchen and dining room had no windows, I decided it would be safe.
Bro's taking the biggest risk right now, dude. That is a brother.
A cup of French roast.
I would have sat there in the darkness making my food, dog. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't care. Listen, I would have sat there in the dark, in the dark, bro. Right? Like, you could not pay me. I would be too fucking scared right now. It would not be worth it to have those nesters find me.
Coffee. The warmth and familiar comfort of the drink lifted my spirits, easing me towards the promise of a long sleep in a warm building. I guess this spot is as good as any to park up for the night. I'm gonna sleep in this booth. I've slept in worse. Night. The next day, I headed straight for home. Finally, I had reached a very familiar sight. the edge of my neighborhood. I had made it home.
How far did you fucking go? Hello? Brother, where the fuck did you walk to?
My house is just beyond this hill here. So we're getting in early. I'm glad about that. I gotta move because it's getting dark. The sun is starting to set here. So,
Bro went on a fucking journey.
here we go. Okay, I gotta be mindful of these
Tracks that you're leaving?
here. It could be a nester, so I really gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro, the nester where?
I'm gonna go in through the basement. It seems like the best route.
I was looking. I was perusing. I was scanning
because I really didn't want a nester to see me approaching the house.
Oh, please, younger me, have forgotten to lock this.
Oh, so he made it to his
Luckily,
parents' house. Okay.
The window's unlocked. I've learned a preemptive approach to entering a strange building. I'll leave my CB radio with the volume all the way up.
Let's back up and give it some room.
If nothing comes, I generally know it's safe.
Okay, so you were right. It does also attract the nesters as well, it seems, right? Because the nesters can also, I guess, pick up the signals off the radio. So that's very interesting to know. They output signals, but they also pick up signals. Interesting. All right. See, we're learning. We're learning more things about them. Okay. See?
I think we're good.
I entered through the basement and gave it a walkthrough. Furnace room. Better check the wine closet.
Got a wine closet in your childhood home, bro? Damn. Your parents had it.
Clear.
Your parents had it good.
Walking upstairs into the living room, I was struck by all the memories that flooded me. This is where we spend most of the time. Felt like time had left
Oh,
me
and this is the
behind.
house that he's recording these videos from now. Okay. So we're like catching up to where we are now.
Gas doesn't work. I even found proof that I was once here. My and a childhood friend's name that we etched inside the wooden beams. That gave me a sense of comfort. I don't know why.
I would like to believe that bro rebought his childhood home to film these videos or something, or his parents gave him his childhood home, or his grandparents owned it and gave it to him or something. I don't know the lore. I'm making it up in my head as it's going on, right? They gave him this house and bro decided to film this series in his old house and just never bought furniture. This is my lore, and I think it's the funniest thing to me.
Okay. This was my room.
Did everyone take their furniture with them when they got raptured, right?
This was my brother's room.
Yeah, why is this house empty,
It used to
actually?
look a lot bigger.
Why is your childhood home empty? I'm actually confused now.
Typically by now, we would have run into somebody. A nester, I'm pretty sure. This house is clear, which is good. a lot of these homes are furnished, which means that there's more resources in the house. More resources just means more like trouble you can run into.
Okay, so nesters stay in homes like regular people. Why do they do that? Why do nesters stay in regular homes like regular people? These are like, I have more questions now, right? Like, what the fuck do nesters eat? Do they eat people? Like, do they eat each other because there are no people? Or do they eat just fucking Cheerios and, you know, Eggo waffles that have been left by the people that fucking used to own the homes? I don't fucking know, right? Do they like Aunt Jemima's fucking... do they like Aunt Jemima's fucking syrup? I don't know, but I have all these questions.
I forgot about the attic. Okay, I think we're safe. So, this is a great place to nest right here because I can put a fire in this fireplace. I can
Nest.
put some food on the fire because the gas stove's not working.
Uh-huh.
And here's the big thing. Plenty of routes out. So I can escape through this big door. Plenty of windows. I can escape back through down through the basement. Or I can go over here in the kitchen.
Okay, wait, I think I get it now. So this, in the first video, this is his childhood home, but he was already like here in that first video. And then we've been following the journey of how he got to the house, right? In that first video, at the end of the video, obviously one of them burned outside of this house, right? Is what I'm thinking, because he was in front of the fireplace the entire time, right?
Where there is.
So I think I get it now. I think I
Prefer
understand.
not to go upstairs because that's a place where I've been cornered before. The main thing is there's nobody here. There's no one living here now. So that's good. And that means that I can park up right here. I got some bread, some cheese, some butter, some garlic, and I'm gonna get a good night's rest. And we'll see, maybe I'll stay here a couple days because there's a lot of other things around this area that I would like to scavenge for potential things. Could be some good stuff around here.
It was getting dark, so I began setting up my room for the night.
So it's nearly nightfall, so I think it's a good time to start building the fire. Now with the fire, I like to start with a 3-layered base, a 3-log base. This gives the embers a place to fall and continue to burn. Without a solid base, the embers just fall, hit the stone, and then they burn out. So this will help our fire last a lot longer. Next, we're gonna build walls around the base. I like a Lincoln log pattern myself. Usually I build these walls a lot higher.
I'm learning how to like place fires now.
So put a log on top. Yeah, you want to give everything a destination, you know? The
I see.
the flames go.
Bro, are we about to get like another cooking tutorial, bro? Is bro about to like literally sit here and like teach me, you know, more cooking routines or whatever, right?
So next we're gonna stuff the fire with some of the debris I got earlier. Got some sticks.
Okay.
Birch wood. And of course, Old Faithful. Some dried up leaves. So I'm going to put some in the sides. Top here. This is a concoction actually my grandfather taught me. He was a farmer. And he was very, very skilled in woodworking and tractor mechanics, so he always had sawdust and old motor oil lying around. And one day he decided to combine them, and what resulted was a very slow burning concoction, and we called it Firestarter. So sprinkle some of this on top, some in the entryways. Look at that beauty. That's a good old fire. I like that.
I don't know how to
safe for
judge
the first
a
time in
fire,
weeks.
right?
And then
I would assume that's good.
I found it.
Found it.
Okay, it's
Found
getting
what?
dark. And I'm
Is one of them in the house?
down right now. Because, like an idiot, I didn't check every nook and cranny of this place. And I found this.
What the fuck is that? Nestor?
This is the room that I came in at. So
Okay.
I was just so damn eager to check the rest of the house that I didn't think to open this freaking closet.
Ah, okay.
I'm just like freaked out because it's too late to go anywhere else. I don't know if this is a live nest. It's like no wonder this window is open. There's a lock on the door upstairs. And I'm just gonna lock it. And lock all the other doors and it should be fine. Just pray that. I just pray that's a dead nest. It could very well be. I mean, that happens all the time. It's just they never leave their sleeping bag. They never leave their pillow. I mean, why would you do that unless you were coming back?
So nesters have sleeping bags and pillows like real human beings. But they're not human beings. So I'm assuming they definitely require food and shelter like real human beings, which is why they stay in houses that are furnished like real human beings. So we've learned so much details about them right now. And except they're not human beings because they output signals and can get signals, right? Like they can read signals from like 3 miles away. So this is a lot to take in at this point, but I'm picking it up now.
I couldn't let it break me. It was too dark to leave. I told myself I was old, inactive, that I hadn't done anything to wake it. I had stopped at the market along the way to get some ingredients for grilled cheese. Okay, so I have 2 slices of white bread, a few slices of cheese, and some butter. I also found a clove of garlic nearby, so I'm going to cut that up and mix it in with the butter. Let's start with chopping the garlic. So I threw that garlic all into my iron cast pan. I'm gonna add some butter here that's going to melt over the fire. Next, let's assemble our sandwich.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. He bros are literally about to make a fucking grilled cheese right now. Healthy fire. Bro, these are the type of like fucking fireplaces you see in those fucking like fireplace videos on YouTube for like 10 hours. Like you put it on loop, right? Like this is that type of fireplace right now. Oh yeah, no, we're almost caught up in real time. Well, not real time, but like
Winds around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Sunday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s.
something is also putting out weather reports and news because he knew about the free ice cream, right? So there's something else out there that is updating him on stuff. So Is it another nester? Is it a good nester? I don't fucking know anymore. Like I'm trying to like understand the world and like and exactly like the rules of it and how these nesters work.
Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour.
All right, so this fire has died down enough so I can throw the pan on with the butter and the garlic. We're gonna let that butter melt. This is actually a great level of heat for this butter. It's not too hot, not too cold. Gives the butter time to melt without burning it. Okay, the butter is nice and melted, so I'm going to throw the sandwich on now. Cooking over an open flame gives the bread and the cheese a rich, smoky flavor, which you'd never get on a gas stove, which is nice, but it's tricky because the heat is intense and uneven, so you gotta be careful. The goal is to toast the bread and caramelize the cheese evenly.
Okay. Hey, listen, not that I'm ever gonna need this advice, but thank you.
Flip.
Dude, I'd like to imagine, right, that like while filming these videos, realistically, he actually has furniture, but since he films a video like once a month, he removes, like he actually like hires a moving company or something to move all of his furniture out of his house and into storage like once a month, just so he can film a new video and then move it back in, right? Like just imagine that's the crazy amount of detail that he goes into to make these videos happen. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, just because it seems like an insane amount of effort, but I'm impressed.
Oh yeah. I tend to like my grilled cheeses a little overdone. I never quite understood why people don't like their cheese caramelized. I mean, that's like the best part, you know, and the cheese hits the pan and nicely. Look at that. That is a grilled cheese right there. That's gonna crunch. All right, let's listen to this crunch. Woo! Let's go in.
Ooh.
Oh. I can taste that smoke.
It does look good though. It does look good. I have to admit, it fucking looks great.
I'm tired. I walked a lot today. Aside from the nest in the basement, which I think is dead. This was a pretty normal day, which I don't have a whole lot of those. Whatever potential threat that is beneath me in this house, this really makes up for it. Nice warm place to sleep. I haven't heard anything either. I haven't heard anything in the basement, so that's good. I haven't heard anything in the perimeter. I like to keep my radio on. I keep my radio on for a few different reasons as I fall asleep. One, this is an omnidirectional antenna, and it has a 5-mile radius, so I can pretty much hear, you know, anything within a 5-mile radius, and then I can determine whether it's a friend or it's a threat. I can plan accordingly. Secondly is...
How do you know if it's a friend or if it's a threat? Are they speaking? Do they have different types of signals that you can understand and read? It's like I'm trying to understand how he determines that himself. You know what I mean? Like it's just really hard to tell at this rate.
A lot of radio broadcasts run on loops, and they can be actually surprisingly useful. One of my favorite channels is the Weather Channel.
Oh, okay.
2.54 and the relative humidity 86%. The wind was north at 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, so it's fully automated using unmanned meteorology stations around the U.S.
Okay.
And it transmits, you know, real-time weather data, so I can tell how cold it's going to be tonight or what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, so I can plan.
Okay.
And thirdly,
so that explains that.
Radio hiss and radio static. It just helps me sleep.
I'm getting hungry again. And to be fair though,
For this man.
I had a salad for dinner. I also realized I didn't take my meds. But I had a salad for dinner. Did I take my meds, chat? Can someone corroborate if I took my meds earlier, chat? I don't think I did. I think I just ate the salad, realistically. You know what I mean? But I had a salad for dinner. And like realistically, that's not a filling thing to have for dinner. But you know, I'm losing weight, so it's fine.
Time to hit the hay. I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm gonna leave this on right here. And I'm gonna stay alert. Good night.
I left my radio running that night. It just made me feel safe. And I fell fast asleep.
Hey, good for him. Good for him. Me when I should probably take my meds.
I definitely hear something.
Okay, so they definitely speak through the radio signals, it sounds like. That's so loud.
Hello?
Side note, if it is a nester,
I swear I heard something, but
would it not just like attack you, kill you? Like, I don't know.
mind.
I also heard something say sorry or something over the radio. That's what it sounded like to me.
Archivist here.
What?
Thank you for watching this log.
What?
We're continuing to restore and edit additional footage as more materials are uncovered.
What?
Being a private investigation,
Huh?
I want to extend a special thanks to our
What?
patrons who help sustain this archive.
Archivist.
Welcome to all the new members.
What the fuck?
If you'd like to support
Archi-
this work,
what
see
the hell?
unreleased
What- who-
footage,
hello?
and help me determine what footage
Archivist.
is released next
Who are
and
you?
the subject story, you can find the link below.
Subject.
As always, stay vigilant.
Subject. Subject. I'm sorry. Is this like the fucking Fortnite Battle Pass map? Like we just dropped a man on a fucking island? Like what the fuck? I'm confused now. I'm more confused now. What the fuck is the lore behind this goddamn world? How the fuck does this work? Right? Like where the fuck are we and how the fuck does this work? Why is this video not playing?
Okay, I don't know. Since I've seen another human being. I was attacked by a nester today. I was out on the northern end of the state when I wasn't paying enough attention in my...
Attacked by a nester? Wait, what's the date on this one? Hold on, I gotta look at the thumbnails again, right? The thumbnails tell us where we are. This one, I can't even fucking read the title of this one, bro. Like, they won't stop coming is the thumbnail for this one. And then the title of the video just says, I turned my house into a weapon, right? But then we saw him already do that, technically, in the first video, at least at the end of the video. He freaking said that he had the trap set or whatever. So I'm assuming this probably has like happened somewhere in between or somewhere.
surroundings, and I ran into a nester. He tried to maul me, and it ripped my shirt. Luckily, it didn't draw any blood. So, after the attack, I had to quickly regroup and get cleaning supplies. So, I headed for a market.
Is that a Target?
Luckily, I had
Bro
prepared
said
earlier
market,
in
and
the
it's just
day,
at Target.
reinforcing traps and baking cookies.
What?
When I got back after the attack, I could relax and recover while the traps did their job.
Is that overkill?
But something followed me back. Come right this way.
Oh my god! Oh my... Hello?
I woke up early. It was a quiet morning, so I brewed some coffee and prepped some cookies.
I'm starting to get the vibes that this is his excuse and his way of secretly making a cooking channel. Am I being gaslit into watching cooking videos right now? This has to be like a weird ploy or something.
All right, I got a pot of coffee brewing. Got a fresh cup right here. I'm gonna prep some cookies for tonight because I'm going to the northern side of the state later today, and it's a trek, and I just want something sweet for when I get home, so I'm gonna prep here. It's a super easy recipe. It's 3 ingredients, and it's absolutely delicious.
I mean, what would you do at the end of the world?
Really nice for when I get home.
At the end of the world?
So the ingredients are peanut butter,
I mean, I already
sugar,
said,
and eggs.
go to a movie theater.
Like I said, very
With my
simple.
PlayStation 5.
So we're gonna do
My
1
video
cup
games.
of peanut butter. Next, sugar.
Dude, okay. Real talk though, I walked out there earlier and my roommate made cinnamon rolls, right? So like seeing him with his cookies and my roommate with her cinnamon rolls and knowing that all I ate 2 hours ago when I started recording this goddamn video was fucking a salad is really making me hungry. But at the same time, I've been in the process of trying to lose weight. So, you know, this is really not helping because I'm seeing all this goddamn food and I'm hungry.
So sugar. Finally, 1 egg. Can't believe how simple this recipe is, seriously. One sec. Okay, everything's all good. Just a Nestor. Nestor at the door, but he moved on. And this is kind of like the consistency.
Did you shove it away?
So,
hello?
next we have to roll them into balls and put them on a baking.
Hey chat, sorry, there was a Nestor outside my door. I just kind of shot it in the head and you know, it's fine. Anyway, back to our cooking tutorial. Like, bro, what the fuck is happening here?
Sheet, a little bit of parchment paper. Roll them into balls, just like that. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna try some of this batter. All right, come on. So now next what I want to do is I'm going to flatten them into cookies and give them just kind of a cute little design with this fork. So I like to do a little crisscross design. It's actually a little bit easier if you smush them down first with your hands and then put the design on. Again, the design is optional. I just, you know, I got nothing going on, so. So these are ready to go and be cooled down. And later tonight, I'm going to bake them. After prepping the cookies, I made my way north. I had seen on my map there was a clearing with various structures, some type of facility, and I wanted to see what it was.
These houses are way too spread out for my liking, bro. Where does bro live that the houses are this, like, spread out? You know what I mean?
All right, we're here at this strange facility, so I'm just gonna wander around and see if there's anything here. I found this strange sculpture. I'm gonna continue to walk the grounds. Yeah, it's a cold day today. I'm looking forward to a warm fire tonight. This one right here. What is that? This is a really interesting figure here. This looks like some sort of like a colonial building that's melting. For
What the
the
fuck?
last couple weeks, I've been
That is actually really
squatting in
fucking
this
cool.
House. It's got, yeah.
Where he's showing like a few landmarks. Where the fuck is he at this fucking rate? I'm trying to figure, like, where the fuck is his house? What state is this? You know what I mean? Did the construction team do shrooms? It feels like they fucking did. You know what I mean?
Running water, has a running stove. It has electricity, although I'm not really supposed to turn it on at this time. Wandering around the cities and the towns that are now vacant. I found a mall. Wasn't really anything there. I found some sort of an underground corridor. That was pretty cool. Wow, look at these books. Darkest Hours. I should probably rewrite that book myself. Whoop. Hello. I'm gonna keep walking. Oh boy, I can tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit lonely today. You find a weird place like this, but you don't have anybody to kind of, you know, share it with. I really miss laughing. I laugh to myself a lot these days, but I miss the camaraderie of laughing with another person. I gotta admit, I used to have some pretty elaborate jokes. I remember as a joke, I changed my name to my father's name, Gail, and I started to, like, you know, dress like him and, you know, wear his glasses and stuff like that, and it was funny. I mean, I think apparently he started to get really upset when I started to, like, you know, wear his pajamas and sleep in his bed and, you know, make copies of his social security card. Then it got kind of...
Okay, what the fuck are you doing, brother? That just seems illegal at this point.
He didn't really think that was funny.
I don't think anybody would think that is funny.
What
the fuck is...
load off for a minute here. Seemed like as good a place to sit as any. Found these hash browns, which sounds pretty good right about now. And they're very crunchy, very filling.
Bro went from living in a proper city to now it feels like he's living in a liminal space, because I do not understand, right? Especially with the weird Patreon plug at the end. Like this world feels like a liminal space now. Like it's starting to feel incredibly weird to me. You know?
You know, well seasoned. I can't remember the exact brand. A lot of the supermarkets in this area still have running power, which is pretty cool. Hopefully the generator's still working at this particular grocery store. Keeps it running, which is nice. I'm feeling a bit jumpy today because I don't know, I've been noticing a lot of folks out in the woods lately outside, at least out back of where I'm staying right now. They haven't really paid me any attention except for one incident. Actually, I had to burn one of these figures that was out in the back of the house. Wow, it really opens up out here. Check it out. Wow. I gotta say, I feel a little bit better being out in this open space than in the closed off woods. Is this like a home that was like almost built? Got these little stools here. God, I should have brought gloves. Really not fall time anymore. I mean, it's not like early fall. I wish I kept like a calendar of days. I don't really know exactly what month it is. I'm gonna guess it could honestly be mid-December for all I know. All right, let's keep moving.
Bro's living in the back rooms. I've decided this is a world inside of the back rooms. He's no longer on planet Earth. he is in the back rooms because this is the only thing that makes sense, right? From the underground subway system that just didn't make sense to me, to the fucking you know, the weird structure, to whatever the fuck this Minecraft ass creeper looking, what the fuck ever this is the back rooms. This is a backrooms-esque world, and that's all that makes sense to me. This can't be a real place. And if this is a real place and you guys know what it is, then tell me what the fuck this is, because I refuse to believe it's real. What the fuck is that?
What is this thing? Oh, there's a lookout. Oh, it goes to here. I can see the radio tower from here. That's
Who's building these things, bro?
a mile
Why are they building these things?
south of my house. So my house is just over those hills. I can't wait to get back. I really need to start a fire. It's freezing. I could buy a little sculpture, statue, lookout. All right, this is our next bizarre sort of structure we have here. Bizarre. Hey-o. This is definitely one of the stranger structures that I found at this facility. Oh, I'm coming down. Oh. Come. Paul Pierce.
Those basketball hoops?
Let it rain. Oh God, I stink.
Those are basketball hoops.
This was a much needed fun experience. You know, things have been a little.
Someone needs to tell me where this place is, bro. So I have to fucking know, because I if this video makes enough money, I will book a fucking flight using the money that this video makes to wherever the fuck this is, because I need to visit it. This is a liminal space that, like, it's, at some point I want to visit every, like, liminal, or as many liminal spaces as I can, because the Backrooms has inspired me to visit liminal spaces on the planet, and I would love to add this to the pod, because this is a liminal space. Nothing here is making sense to me, and this man is living in a fucking simulation.
A little tight, a little serious lately. You know, I've been feeling a bit spooked out by some of what's been going on around my house, you know. A lot of times it feels like, you know, you're pushed out of a place, and I've been starting to get that feeling a little bit more and more lately. It's getting dark, so I do need to get home because I don't want to be out after dark. Things don't get better after dark.
Once again, I mismanaged my time, as if I'm looking to find pain. I could feel it on my skin.
Oh.
And that's when it struck.
Oh!
There was something different about this Nestor, though. I kept thinking I lost him, and then I'd see him again. Usually they forget quickly, but not this one. I was able to gain some distance.
It's in a hospital gown.
Luckily, it had a very distinct sound, so I could track its distance from me on my CB radio. Next, I had to get some cleaning supplies to wash off the dirt from the attack and calm my nerves.
The market, aka Target. Glad to know that he's a Target guy, dude.
I gotta be quick about this.
Yo, Chad, are you a Target, Whole Foods, or Erewhon guy? Or gal? Person? Thing?
Okay, let's see.
gentle milky toner that soothes and hydrates the skin, or a soft calming formula that nourishes and balances the skin.
I've learned so much about this man's cooking habits, and now I'm learning about his like skincare routine, right? And I've barely learned anything about the Nesters. Like I feel like and his mental health. Like I feel like I've learned more about him than the world around him, which is very interesting to say the least, because we're 2 fucking hours into this. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not upset by this. Like I'm actually still enjoying this.
A brightening serum that boosts glow and evens your skin tone, or a silky serum with blueberry extract to nourish the skin.
There's a CVS inside this Target? Oh, wait, no, sorry.
Sure enough, the nest.
I'm being delusional. My bad. I just broke the illusion. My bad, chat. Okay, he filmed in 2 different locations, and he's supposed to make it seem like one. I ruined the vibe for all of us. My bad, chat. Right? We're gonna forget that happened.
Sure followed me home. I figured if he was going to keep following me, I might as well lead him home into one of my traps. I'd recently updated them, and I was excited to hopefully see them work.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a firearm guy. I've never really owned a gun or even held a weapon.
We can tell.
But I had recently come across an ammunition store, and I felt my circumstances warranted it.
This fucking ammunition store looks like a rainforest cafe. Bro's about to run into Eddie Burback and Theodore Neverson.
It felt great being fully stocked up. I felt safe.
Oh my god.
And with my arsenal, I was able to rig a fully automated frontline shooting system that I could control from the comfort of my home. But in order to do that, I needed to run to a hardware store to get parts and supplies.
Okay.
I rigged the system using PVC pipe, mechanical swivel.
All right.
Connected to a small control box that lets me manually operate and automate the weapons.
I see.
Home.
Okay.
All a nester needs to do is walk in front of the infrared center and boom.
Nice.
As soon as I got home, I rigged it. The next trap I'm particularly excited about because it's simple yet effective. I call it the mirror trap. The nesters towards the middle of the state are a bit more brain dead and mostly blind, unless of course an object is within a few feet of them. I learned that mirror reflections can really confuse these nesters. So I set up a series of mirrors on the front and the back lawn. If any nester catches its own reflection in one of the mirrors, it'll likely attack it. They usually get cut up and bleed out. Like I said, simple. Third and final trap throws them off my scent. I call it the sound mat. I rigged a pressure mat outside my front door and connected it to...
Okay, see, I was complaining earlier about not having enough information on the nesters, and now we're getting like so much information on the nesters. It feels like we're like being info dump. But like at the same time though, I'm sorry for complaining. I'm sorry for complaining because now we're literally getting all of it. But this is cool though. This is actually really good information. They effectively and essentially act like zombies, but like I'd say more so like the zombies from I Am Legend, right? Where those zombies weren't zombies, they were vampires, first of all. And also they had levels of intelligence to them. You know what I mean? And the nesters seem to have levels of intelligence where some are just dumb and others seem to have some cognizance to the point where they require food and shelter. You know what I mean? So that, I guess, that's all I've learned so far.
A loudspeaker a few yards from my house. If a nester steps on the mat, it triggers an alarm. The sound draws them away from the house and towards the speaker. I've also left a bunch of brand new shirts soaked in lake water underneath the speaker. The idea is to confuse the scent and keep them focused on the speaker until they hopefully forget me. With the trap set, I felt safe enough to let my guard down. While I waited for the cookies to bake, it took some time to clean myself up.
Dude, that's smart. This entire plan is actually just genius in hindsight.
I always need to take like so much shampoo. My hair is so long. I gotta cut it myself soon. Honest conditioner. I haven't conditioned in so long, honestly.
Yeah, he's using the products he just bought.
Conditioner is like, it's just nice. Doesn't always have to be attached to somebody else touching your hair or something. I used to love like going to like a hair salon or someplace where like somebody cuts your hair and they like wash your hair and scrub your head. Gentle facial cleanser.
Okay.
I really like maximizing my time. So all my condition.
Bro, someone's gonna come into my stream and just see like this thumbnail, because like for YouTube watchers right now, you don't know this, but Twitch like updates thumbnails like every so often, and someone's just gonna see the thumbnail for my stream and they're gonna see me watching a dude showering, and they're gonna be very confused as to why I'm just watching a man showering right now. You know, like a Twitch moderator is gonna see this, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is Evan doing? You know what I mean? Like I have no explanation. I'm as confused as you are.
Conditioner is working. Let's work on the face. I got this bubble bath stuff, so I'm gonna put this in. I don't know how much to put in, but more bubbles ain't bad, so.
Real. Dude, I had a bath with a bath bomb the other day. That was so relaxing, dude. Trust me,
nice.
take a bath with your SO. Relaxing.
Tickling me at the bottom of the tub.
If your bathtub's big enough, that is.
I hope I didn't get my tea. Oh, it feels so good to just wash all the dirt from the day off. I've got some things here that I'm excited to try. So I'm going to try this. This is a face mask. H2O
Ooh.
activated charcoal lemon juice. Deep detox. God, do I need it. Oh, that's like... Alright, well, here goes.
That must feel nice. I gotta get a face mask at some point, bro.
Cucumbers.
Ooh, nice. That seems relaxing. Okay, you know, for a guy trapped in a world with weird vampiric zombie thingies, he is very relaxed, right? He is very relaxed. It's probably good for him though. You know, he was kind of going through it, but he is very relaxed right now.
Now I'm gonna take some deep breaths. In for 4, hold. Out for 6. Here I go.
There's going to be someone who's watching this video who just probably saw me pop so many pills. I promise you guys, I'm not dying. One of those pills was just a Benadryl. I have a stuffy nose and I'm trying to get rid of it.
Scrubbing my fingernails, still a lot of dirt in them.
One of these days, I'm just going to do a reaction video from the bath.
This mask is now home to all of my toxins. I'm gonna try these hydrogel eye pads. Patented 5-day hydration complex. I mean, it keeps my eyes hydrated for 5 days. I don't even want to know it.
Yo, Dottie, thank you for the raid.
Making that possible. I feel very odd.
He's dead ass just taking a bath. I'm literally just watching a man take a bath right now. This is like the strangest thing. This is supposed to be analog horror. This is like we're supposed to be watching an analog horror video, but I'm watching a man take a fucking bath right now, and it feels weird. So people who came in from the raid are probably as confused as people watching on YouTube. Who just eats a cucumber like this?
That Nestor attack today was scary. The weird thing was I knew it was coming. You can almost always feel a Nestor nearby by the way the air changes.
Where you feel the radio waves?
The air will brush my skin like warm Velcro, and my body tingles like a dose of Novocaine wearing off. I've made the mistake of ignoring that feeling in the past, and it's almost got me killed every time. I think part of me wants to pretend that things are normal, and that feeling, it is anything but. But training myself to notice the feeling of presence, it's the first line of defense.
Bro's just been alone for too long.
One of the most important survival tactics to hone.
What day is this one again? Sorry, we have to look back at the thumbnail. Okay, we're still on this one. This video is so long that I forgot we're even on this one. We still have 2 more days to catch up to, with the latest one being, or last one being 40 minutes long. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I've been in this bath a little too long, and I'm turning into a prune, so it's been way more than 15 minutes since these flapjacks have been on, so I'm gonna get out. Before I did, I can't believe I forgot to do this.
Your tub has jets? I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous. He has such a good life.
I got all my fun little lotions and potions over here that I'm looking forward to trying. First, I'm gonna start shaving. I'm gonna put on some of this. This is a hydrating face serum.
Okay.
Learning to notice Nestor's presence, by the way, is only useful with certain types. The ones further south, they tend to give themselves away earlier. They're slow though. Mostly blind unless something's right in front of them. But once you cross their radius, they react fast and without hesitation. They're taller, stronger, but they don't rush you. The thing about them. Even when you feel their presence, it doesn't mean that they're coming closer.
Okay.
It usually means that they've already noticed you. Running doesn't help. Running only tells them who you are. All right, next is this.
So, like, do you fight them? Do they, like, if you intimidate a Nestor, does it just make it not attack you anymore or whatever, essentially, right? Like, is that how Nestors work? I'm trying to, like, understand the ideology behind of a Nestor, right? Because he's clearly been killing quite a few of them. So I don't know. I don't understand anymore.
moisturizer. It's gonna feel really nice over the serum. Oh, I can feel my skin just like just drinking it up, going, thank you. I remember my mom when I was a kid, she used to make me water her flowers in the garden. She said if you listen really closely, you can hear them going, thank you. It used to kind of scare me. I was like really little when she told me that. It wasn't like a fun, cute thing, but as I got older, it was kind of funny. Eye cream. Oh, that feels really nice. My skin looks very dewy and vibrant. Used to hate cutting my fingernails as a kid. For some reason, it always makes my fingernails feel really weird. Once you cut your fingernails and you like touch them,
It does.
they're like sensitive.
It does kind of feel weird.
Put my finger on it and explain it to other kids. I also used to describe when you like lay on your foot and it falls asleep. I used to describe it as it feels like my foot is full of sand. People are like, what? I'm like, yeah, it feels like my foot is full of sand. And my mom was like, I don't know what to do about that.
He really is taking care of his like looks like incredibly well for a man who quite literally is alone on the planet, which is very ironic because who the fuck is paying attention to it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'd shower if I were alone, bro. Like, I didn't shower today. So like this man is like, he's doing a lot better than I am, to be fair.
A little bit of rose water. Now I'm gonna try this sort of like hair oily sort of textural thing. I was amazed by that Nestor's ability to stalk and follow me today. Even when I seemingly lost him, I couldn't believe how he kept finding me.
Is he
Felt
gay?
Like it was watching to see what I'd do next.
I have to know. This is a lot of effort.
I'm certain he's on his way.
And I'm not saying that like only gay people put an effort into looking good, right? But like it just, I'm just asking. I'm just asking, okay, right? I'm not being negative or anything. Just asking.
He's got to be out there, and I don't know if it was the attack or just some are more capable than others and have different abilities in that way. But he was locked onto me. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on those cookies. After I was finished, it was time to enjoy my cookies and do some hunting.
Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, I'm here.
I found this radio in a vacant lake house a ways back. It still works. I rigged it to the antenna on top of my house. It seems counterintuitive, but it's been luring nesters towards my house into the traps. Yeah, I figured keeps the surrounding areas safer, less nesters for when I do need to go out and get supplies.
What's up, fuckers? Hey out there, if you're looking for companionship, do I have a deal for you? I know just the place. There's a big house on top of a hill not too far. That one nester who was following me had a very distinct sound. So if I hear him, I'll know. You hear that alarm? You hear it? One was on my front doorstep. Not today, not today. Get out of here. There he is. That's it.
The one that was following him?
That's him. That is him. Well, he's coming in clear. He's got to be right outside.
I think he just died.
He didn't even make it past the frontline system. All in all, it was a pretty intense day, but very relaxing in the end. Anyway.
What the fuck?
It's been a long day too, and I'm signing off to hit the hay. Good night.
Archivist here. Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive.
Investigation.
And welcome to those who've recently joined. I do my best to shape a cohesive narrative from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive lives. If you'd like to support the work, access unreleased footage, and help decide which parts of the subject story are revealed next, you can find a link below. Stay vigilant.
All right. So he's enjoying putting down the nesters now. Bro is living a very peaceful life, it looks like. And like that's fine, don't get me wrong. Like he's figured his shit out. But at the same time, like, that's a lot of baking cookies and making sandwiches and making fucking chicken. You know what I mean? Like it seems all fun, and you know, whatever the fuck is happening outside is sinister, but he's enjoying the end of the world. But also, this one is called Before Everyone Was Gone. So is this like chronologically supposed to be one of the first events that happened? I'm assuming. Does this one have a date? I've always felt alone is the thumbnail title. So I guess this is going to be another therapy session with him. Is that a nester? Yep, that's definitely one of them. All right.
I've always felt alone. Even before all this.
What the fuck was that? It was like a shadow
Like
walking.
I won't be okay. A looming feeling like I'm constantly on the edge of a dreadful, sad existence and true happiness. And in order to protect that true happiness and evade hell, I need to fight, scratch. I feel pressure. I feel irritable. I
Under
feel
pressure.
overworked and misunderstood.
Mm.
I feel threatened by everyone. I feel alone. Like my life will crumble unless I grab onto it and shift and work it around. If not me, who else will? I think I feel alone because I was never willing to share the burden. You know, I had girlfriends, family, friends.
Okay, so he's straight. Listen, I had to ask earlier. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to ask earlier. My bad, y'all. Okay, listen, it was a necessary question that I had to figure out myself.
Free network.
Now we know straight.
And while I may be alone in my specific personal endeavors, I was not alone in the struggle of life because everyone in my circle struggled with life. They all had desires, fears, and disappointments and successes. They understand the feeling around all of this. Again, maybe not as it relates to my specific aspirations, but in their own subgroups of life. I could have shared all of this with them. I could be the biggest success or the biggest failure, and they'll always be with me. If only I let them in.
Here's a good question. What if he forgets to disable his own traps one day and he just walks outside by accident and his fucking gun just goes off? Like, he would be fucked. Like, this requires an immense level of, like, I don't know, just he just has to be so on top of things. And I don't know if I would be able to do this. right? Like he is genuinely so much better than I would be in a situation like this.
I was not alone. But I chose to keep them shut out, and now I feel alone.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Deeply. You can share what's happening. It's never gonna feel like the perfect time with some people, but saying, you know, I had this thing not work out and I'm just feeling sad. Or I'm having fear about something and I just want to honor those emotions and share them with someone because it helps me feel less alone. I know I can't fix it right now, but I just need to be heard. But I always had this paranoia. This paranoia that this world wants to see me fail. That it only wants me to get vulnerable so it can use it against me. You know, this world does not want me to succeed because for me to succeed pulls me away from playing the game. And everybody wants you to just shut up and play the game too, because then they can feel good about playing. It distracts them from the emptiness of it all. You know, don't go after your dreams. It's not practical. Get a good job, work for someone else. Take a vacation once a year. Marry young, get a hobby. This is as good as it gets. And I have this feeling towards a lot of people, this feeling like if I failed, then they get more of what they want from me. So I keep my life quiet, only sharing superficialities, lightly brushing my fears with a smile on my face when really I am a knight covered in rusty armor, pulling my helmet close so nobody can see my welling eyes.
He really
maybe I'm
needs to
just
like
projecting. Maybe I wanted to take from others, so I'm paranoid.
His entire thing is that he genuinely fears that everyone around him was always just using him, right? And so he tried to shut it himself off, right? From like everybody, you know? And it just sucks because now there's nobody, right?
My inner world has become what I see in the outer world. I block and I try and manage what everybody knows around me and doesn't know so that I can control the narrative of my life. And that's where I go wrong, because what I'm really afraid of is life having its way with me. You know, deep down, I know I'm not in control. I know all these things that I'm trying to keep away are life molding me. And what if I don't like what life molds me into? You know, I always heard people say about their life, you know, I had no idea I was going to end up where I ended up. And that scares me. I want to know.
Okay, that's fair, actually. That is perfectly fair. But like to that degree though, I think that no one can really predict where they're going to end up in life. And, you know, I think if you're not scared about what your hopes and dreams are, then, or what you're working towards in general, then I don't think you're trying hard enough, realistically, right? If what you're working towards right now and what you're trying to do doesn't scare you just a little bit, and the steps you're taking don't scare you just a little bit, then your dreams aren't big enough and you're not trying hard enough. Personally, that's how I look at life, and that's how I feel. And you know, the uncertainty of it all, definitely, I think it should be a little scary. It really should. And I feel like a lot of people play it a little too safely, right? And that is where you get you know, just a boring life, you know? So like, I don't know. I feel like some people, to be fair, are okay with that. Some people are okay with working where they're working and what they're doing, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But that's not me. That's not, you know, some people, and you know, everybody lives differently, and that's okay, right? And to be fair, to my credit, I did stupendously quit my job and said I was going to do YouTube full time after watching Mob Psycho 100, which I know is fucking ridiculous when you think about it in hindsight. But hey, when you look at the fucking poster behind me, yes, this fucking poster is the reason I quit my job and became a fucking YouTuber. That is not a joke. That is the truth. And I've quite literally been a fucking full-time YouTuber since. So it's great.
I want proof from life that I'm going to be okay with what it does with me. I feel like I should have a say. It's my life. But it's not. And I know it. Whatever this
The animatrix
is,
makes sense.
was given to me.
I guess Mob's whole thing was that he wanted to take control of his life, and I did too.
And there's too much chaos in this world to dictate where it's headed. I have control of so little. Some days I fight it. Other days I check out completely. Hide. As if I can pause life. And I come out and I try again. And I get eaten up and spit out one more time. I'm always pausing to lick the wounds I received, trying to continually fight a monster.
The monster being yourself, right?
Anyway.
I hate that I understand this man on a deeper level, because the
Archivist here.
the character thinks like
Thank
me.
you for watching this log.
Right?
We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing.
Okay.
As this is a private investigation, I want to
Private
extend a special thanks
investigation
to
now.
our patrons who help sustain the
Private
archive.
investigation
And
now?
welcome to those who've recently joined. I do my
They
best
said
to shape a
subject the
cohesive
first
narrative
time.
from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive lives. If you'd like to support the work, access unreleased footage, and help decide which parts of the subject's story are revealed next, you can find a link below. Stay vigilant.
Okay. All right. So this is the latest episode. Oh my God. What the frick happened to bro right now? And also, why on earth is there a goddamn Nintendo 64 controller on his bed? But this is called I'm the Last Person on Earth and I Went on Vacation. Now, this video is the one that popped up in my YouTube recommended. And this is the entire reason I wanted to watch this entire series, right? Like, this is the entire reason. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is in chronological order. This is should be the first video, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the first video, because this is April. Does that say 18th or 16th? April 16th. And yeah, and then like, yeah, so this is like in chronological order. This is the first event that happened so far from what we know, and it's like the longest video at 40 minutes. So we're gonna see like how any of this started, or at least what he did in the beginning. So I'm kind of excited to see like what happened at the start.
A couple days ago, I decided to head south down the coast. Not only have my previous efforts to find other people failed, I was feeling cooped up in Big House.
Wait, you don't think I'd already thought of that? Of course I'd want some furniture in here. Well, I don't have the manpower. I'm here by myself. What are you gonna do? Jump out of the little box and come help me? I hear you. I know you're the captain. No, just shut up, please. Sugar, please. I've heard you 100 different... Please, just...
Well, at least they addressed why he didn't fucking have furniture. Thank you for addressing that when I'm this far into this fucking narrative. To be fair, though, I chose to watch this series in the order that the videos were released. Now, I have to point out that they have a playlist of their own, and their playlist plays this stuff in chronological order. Yeah, their stuff plays it in chronological order. Actually, no, in chronological order, the latest video is the last event. So technically speaking, I guess I was wrong. So this would have to have been 2025 or something, and the latest one is 2026 or something like that. But yeah, technically speaking, yeah, I guess realistically, I'm fine. My playlist is okay.
I'm sorry.
So I did what anyone else would do when they're stressed. Go on vacation.
Hey, release order is better, to be fair. That means I'm experiencing it the way that everybody experienced it when it came out on YouTube. And it means I'm learning it the way that you would have learned it, which is fine. And I think better, because now I get to be just as confused and learn just the way you did.
I also needed to leave for a while because I think some nesters were beginning to suspect I was inside the house.
Why did that one look like a Power Ranger? What the fuck?
I decided to go to my family's old vacation spot down the coast. As a kid, it was a safe haven for me. I didn't need a car, no tall buildings. The water was warmer than the air. I think being in my childhood home all alone has made me long for my people even more.
Okay, so I guess I was inherently wrong then. So this is technically the next event, since it is the last event and not the first event like I thought it would have been, right? Yo, what's up, Llama? And since technically it is the last event, then in that regard, I'm stupid as fuck in thinking it was the first, right? Since he's already in the house. You know what I mean? Right? Hope you well, dude, I'm good.
Part of me even wonders if this is my house. If me and my siblings were ever really there. There's evidence of me being there, but...
Is he in a simulation?
Like, the names me and my childhood friends etched in wood don't look the same.
Right there.
Home movies that I dug out of the ceiling are all scrambled.
Okay, so is it a simulation then? Would it be insane if he's in some sort of weird simulation? It would make a little bit more sense, right? You know, I thought I saw cryptids skinwalkers a second ago. That's what they technically are. He's in a weird world where he's the last human being on planet Earth, and the only other things that exist are these weird zombie things or whatever.
To retrieve things from my childhood, only to keep misplacing them around the house. It was all getting to me. My plan was to come here, stay where we used to stay, go where we used to go, do what we used to do. I needed something familiar, so I packed up and left. But somewhere along the way,
where the fuck is this?
Weekend got swallowed whole by this.
Hey, bro, strapped.
World.
Taking a vacation at the end of the world is a crazy idea, first of all.
I was excited the day I left. I packed mostly everything I used to as a kid.
Okay, first I'm gonna bring my handgun. I carry this with me when I travel.
You don't know how to use it. We know you don't know how to use it.
I like the feel of the matte black finish and how it grips. It's simple, accurate, point, shoot. I only use it for desperate measures because the sound can attract other nesters. Second, I need sound.
Does he know how to use it now? Wait a minute, hold on, pause. He got a haircut. Who the fuck is cutting his hair? I just realized this. This does not make. Is he cutting his own fucking hair? Did he learn how to fucking cut his own hair in the last video and this one? Like, I mean, I would figure maybe he picked up that hobby and figured it the fuck out. But at the same time, that's difficult, right? It looks good.
Empty cans and loose change. This will distract nesters and deter them if I get cornered. And of course, I never left for a vacation without my N64.
What game?
I'm gonna bring GoldenEye,
Nice.
Mario Kart, Smash. Also gonna bring some VHS tapes and some other movies.
Wait, pause. This is his childhood home, but there was nothing in it when he got there, except the VHSs in the attic. Was the N64 also in the attic when he got there? Am I supposed to believe that? Right? You know, is this budget Adam Scott? It feels like it. He might as well be.
It's a beautiful day. I'm really happy. I think I've made it through the harshest of the winter. I've had this N64 for 20 years now. It's one of the oldest things that I own.
How old is the
It's all the way
N64
back to
now?
when I was
I don't want to know, actually. Never mind. I don't want to age myself.
Wow. I remember I changed schools that year because the previous school's curriculum was moving too fast, and I was diagnosed with a learning disability.
You have
They put me on
autism.
these weird meds that were meant to help me focus, but all they really did was take away my appetite.
I'm realizing that bro has autism now. Who else would make a fucking series like this except a fucking... You know what? We're just going to keep watching the video.
Dehydrate me. I was the new kid, so I was bullied a lot at this new school.
Nice. I don't know, but he's
Literally a
balling
year
in an
and a half
apocalypse.
period
Look
where
at the Chandler.
I had no friends.
This hug.
I was
N64s are now
malnourished,
called
and I was bullied.
N401Ks.
And to be honest, I think my parents
Is that
were making
true?
it all up. So I didn't feel safe at home. I didn't feel safe at school, which are the two places a kid spends most of their time. So I never felt safe.
You just drop out as a 6-year-old.
I used to fake being sick all the time because I was terrified to go to school.
I do it.
I'd make fake throw
Oh, Chandler.
up, try and convince my parents I was sick. I remember one day I tried adding mouthwash because I thought it would give the throw up an off color. My dad took one whiff, smelled the mouthwash, and he knew it was fake. I was going to school. I remember
Damn.
kicking and screaming, and I'll never forget, one day it snowed really bad, and both me and my brother got a snow day. I was so excited. My brother and I got up really early. We made 007 movies in the snow with the family camcorder.
That's cute.
We'd fight over who was going to play James Bond and who was going to play the villain. And we played on this N64 all day. Nothing has ever come close to the relief that I felt that day. No school, no bullies.
Dude, I literally had perfect attendance from what was it? I think it was 3rd grade all the way through 12th grade, and I literally got an award for it, which is insane. And I hate the fact that I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I never missed a single goddamn day of school, which sucks because some of those days I was sick out of my goddamn mind. And you know what happened? My fuck ass parents said, fuck you, you're going to school anyway. I didn't have a fucking choice. You know? I was out here sniffling in the fucking, like, you know, cold. The snot was running down my fucking nose, and they didn't give a shit. They were like, "You're going to school, nigga."
No adults. No lying my way into staying home. Just me and my brother in a warm basement. Snow falling outside. Playing this N64. With the dread of the day ending stalking me constantly. I was reluctant to go outside that day. The radio kept insisting something was out there, and I didn't want to think about it. I've seen it in the woods behind my house. Doesn't look like the other nesters. I watched it slip past one of my traps like it.
Bro, it looks like a Power Ranger.
I don't know if it's
Is that not wearing a helmet?
I can't shake the feeling that I won't be okay. All I know is it's out there.
Or half his face is missing.
Wandering.
I do like the idea that each nester has a distinct radio pattern or whatever.
You can make a salad with this summer. It's delicious, super crunchy. There's going to be no shortage of Reddleberry cabbage. It grows all summer. So this is the stream I'm following.
That's
doesn't look
awesome.
like it now, but the stream will turn into a river, and then that river leads out into the ocean. There are some other maps that are left behind. I see them chiseled on trees, things like that, but it could very well be a nester, a mid-stage nester. Just trying to lure you someplace.
Mid-stage nester? So the theory about nesters having like levels of intelligence is true. Okay, all right. Bro's just staring. Bro, just come say hi.
I had already made it miles from Big House. I just needed to clear past the pit by sundown. And then the next stop was my vacation zone. The pit is a natural depression in the earth, also known as a basin.
Yeah.
Steep inclines on all sides.
Yeah, we learned this in 5th grade.
Into it and can't get out. So it's basically a big pit full of hundreds of nesters. It's hard to see at night, so
I
needed to make sure I cleared it during the day. Along the way, I decided to make a few pit stops. First, the market.
This is a different market from the other market you used to go to. Low-key, I'm this man, bro. If you go through another cooking montage, I swear to God.
Necessity and more about fulfilling a dream I'd carried with me since childhood.
Okay.
It was all mine.
Sweet. Oh, baby.
Pretty nice. I think I'm gonna take this one.
It was getting late, so I needed to make some serious headway. I knew I was getting closer because the trees got fewer and farther between.
Hey, yo, listen, that YouTube money and that Patreon money must be coming in hard because goddamn, bro just bought a fucking $1,500 guitar with that shit. Holy shit, man.
Eventually, I saw the water in the town I once knew.
Is that an elephant?
I wasted no time. I ran.
Okay, where is he now? I don't recognize this place. But like, where is he now? Like here at the end.
Straight for the ocean.
This is so beautiful. That is where I'll be staying tonight.
Okay. San Diego? There's no way he went from Chicago to like New York to San Diego walking.
The ocean
bro does not have a car.
I headed into town. When we were kids, we'd spend mornings running through these alleys before grabbing stacks of pancakes at King's Cottage.
I'm looking up King's Cottage, bro. Where's King's Cottage?
Later, I'd meet my grandpa at a little corner store where he'd sip coffee while I drank cold orange soda.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
The memories were all rushing back to me.
Okay. So he's still in the East Coast.
By the time I made it to our hotel, it was getting dark. I needed to make sure the hotel was empty.
Wait, is there a fucking... Is he in Pennsylvania? Okay. Aren't the Amish in Lancaster? You know, wait, that would actually explain why it's so easy to film places that are empty. Oh my God, this is making so much more sense to me. That does not look like the same place. Is it not? He's definitely cheating where he's filming some of these places, because he filmed like the grocery store. Part of it was in Target and the other half of the grocery store was in CVS. Smoking big redacted and Amish. This is a like sweet looking hotel though, I will say. He's either in New Jersey or Pennsylvania though. I'm guessing more so closer to New Jersey. Because he has to be there to see. Does Pennsylvania have a fucking beach? I'm stupid. Is Pennsylvania landlocked? New Jersey's blocking it. Okay, so he has to be in New Jersey. So bro's just making up a world right now. He's throwing me off. He's throwing me off right now. Right? I'm trying to figure out where he is, but this world isn't real. And to be fair, it's not supposed to be real. And I guess that's the whole fucking point of the story. It's supposed to feel like a liminal space or world. You know what I mean? Like that is different from reality. So, Evan, you're a fucking idiot. This looks like Tokyo. There was an American flag like 2 seconds ago. What do you mean it feels like Tokyo? Or it looks like Tokyo?
Luckily, hotels have kind of a built-in security system. Endless rooms. There's over 100 rooms in this place. Even if a nester did wander in, it would know where to look or how to find me. The chances of it stumbling upon
Your affiliate is closest body of water?
For now, I feel safe.
It's little New Jersey in Tokyo. There's a picture of the White House. There is. Erie would have coast. That is a weird looking hotel room, bro. That one movie where the dude blinks to whatever place he thinks of. There's a movie like that? Jumper. Oh, yes, you're right. Jumper.
All right. I think we're safe.
What a very eerie hotel. Candy?
Alright, let me show you the setup. We've got GoldenEye up right now on the TV. Great game.
Yeah.
006 is a lying, stealing bastard. Don't believe a word he says. We got Mario Kart. We got Smash Bros. This hand used to freak me out so much.
The hand was annoying to fight, to be fair.
Underrated, I think. Got
Really? No.
right here,
No,
pineapple,
it wasn't a good game.
Got Fruity Pebbles, bunch of other snacks over
Oh my God,
here.
I want Fruity
And a
Pebbles
few
so
of my
bad.
favorite movies that I brought from home, doing pretty good.
The Thing, good choice.
A few
Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
different
also good.
sodas. Yeah, I'm eating my weight in sugar tonight.
He's having way too much fun now.
Cheers.
This can't be healthy. You know what I mean? Like, he's eating candy and fucking chips today. Like, what the fuck, bro? You went from cooking grilled cheese sandwiches and Parmesan chicken and to fucking this. Actually, I'm realizing as the videos have gone by, he has degraded the types of food that he's eaten. Parmesan chicken to grilled cheese sandwich to cookies to now candy. Oh my God, he's becoming a degenerate. Holy shit, he's becoming a worse person.
Man, this is exactly what I needed. I was so pent up at Big House. I just needed to get free and get out, just to enjoy myself. It's amazing what laughter and playing can do for the soul. Doing things without a purpose, just to enjoy.
He's just like me, for real.
Doing something.
Dude, I got told I eat like a fucking
no right outcome.
7-year-old, and I've never recovered from that.
It calms the inner world to do that. I remember I used to get home from work and I'd sit on my sofa, binge a show, get some takeout, and by the end of the night, I just felt more tired. It wasn't rest. I needed playfulness, laughter. All the things I lost over the years.
Dino Nuggies, a cup of hot dogs is in a high chair. I got Dino Nuggies the other day. They're so good. Watching a thing?
A movie before bed, but my eyes are getting heavy, so I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Tomorrow should be fun. I'm gonna explore the town some, hit the boardwalk. I'm glad to be here. It was a good night. Anyway, good night.
The Thing is a good movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, watch it. That's such a nice view from that room. Evan goes to fancy Italian restaurants and orders chicken tenders. Actually, when I go to a restaurant, I order the same thing. It's fettuccine alfredo. I know, I'm a basic bitch, all right?
Voila.
Ooh.
Breakfast is perfect, if I do say so myself. I love making like a bacon and egg sandwich. Some of the egg. Throw some bacon on.
I know that this must have been so awkward for him when the hotel staff brought him his food. He must have been like, yo, can I keep the tray? And they were probably like, yo, you want to keep the tray? And then he was like, yeah, no, can I like keep the tray? And they were like, yeah, sure, okay, right? Just so he can film this. You know what I mean? Like that must have been so weird, right? Get chicken parm? Sure.
Piece of toast on top.
That looks good though.
Got some crispy potatoes. Bacon. The coffee tastes phenomenal.
A McDonald's breakfast would hit so different right now, dude.
Crazy, but
Dude, Denny's would hit so different. Oh my God.
Cherries. It's nice to have a whole hotel kitchen to yourself. Cook up a nice breakfast. There was one nester outside that I can see. He seems dormant and sort of lost, so I'm not too worried about him. I don't think it's noticed me. Reminds me a lot of the room we stayed in when we were kids. You know, we had the 2 beds. Parents slept in this bed, and then all my brother and my sister jam-packed into this bed over here. Fortunately, we had to stop coming to this hotel because it got so expensive, you know. When we were growing up, it was affordable for my parents to take me, my brothers and sisters, on a vacation here for like a week. But
yeah, no shit, this hotel looks expensive as fuck.
Here, and the prices went way up, and we just couldn't afford it anymore, so.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can afford to stay there right now, bro. Goddamn.
There's no bill. I'm a full man. I'm gonna get ready. Hit the town.
This a nice voice. Okay, I'm not gonna lie though. Conveniently finding places that happen to have no people and no cars to film this in is kind of fucking weird, right? Like, where the fuck did bro find this place? This just looks like a goddamn real abandoned town, right? Also, like Roberts Street. I'm just curious as to where it actually is.
See your silhouettes, they run away inside my head, leaving no footprints in the sand. Can you remember us like that? Not where we are, but where we've been. Now we're strangers again. Just like we were on East Hampton.
This Nestor has been sort of
Good voice.
working and inconveniencing my path. I don't think it's seen me, but I'm gonna use a noisemaker to draw some attention.
He has the gun. He could just kill it. Why didn't he just kill it? I mean, I guess if he uses the gun, maybe it'll just attract more. Then he also has the radio, so he could have just like figured out if there were more in the area, determine what to do with that information, you know, and then maybe either ran and or killed it, right? Also, side note, I figured out where he is based on one of the signs. He is in New Jersey because I looked it up, and those places, cores, are only in New Jersey. So there you go. I figured it out. No grenade. Wait, this also, hold on, pause. This is pissing me off. Not pissing me off, but he walked from Chicago to New Jersey. What the fuck? Is this man insane? Because it was one of the first videos we saw. He was definitely in Chicago, right? Because Chicago's the place with the building. Or am I crazy? Was that not Chicago with the weird shaped building at the start? Or are there more places with buildings shaped like that?
This is the emptiest I've ever seen this boardwalk. So I'm just sitting here for a moment.
To be fair, at this point though, it definitely has been, I think, probably over a year. Because we don't know the time period. It could have been a couple years. We just know this is happening in the 2000s. We don't know if it's 2001. We don't know if it's 2020. But we know it's the 2000s. That much we do know, because it starts with, like, each thumbnail starts with 20. So it could be the early 2000s. It could be the late 2000s. We don't know, right? That being said, though, has 9/11 happened? Hey, I would like to find out, right? Like, do Twin Towers still exist? Who fucking knows, right? Fuck, just out fire.
This is bringing back a lot of memories
I'm getting
for
so
me,
hungry.
but as expected, this place is
Where did Dave and Buster's
completely
Silver Hat
deserted.
McDonald's Arch? Ooh.
Aside from a few nesters here and there, most of them caught a few on the boardwalk. I don't know, I'm feeling bittersweet right now. You know, a sadness and a bit of a joy and nostalgia. So when I was a kid on vacation, my parents would always take us to this candy store and give us a $5 spending limit. I snuck into that candy store and grabbed one of my favorite candies, saltwater taffy. It's a little hard, but other than that, it's just like I remember.
Nice.
You know, I was always embarrassed to admit it to people, but I really do feel stuck.
Yeah.
In the past. It's not like I was Mr. Popular in high school. It's not like a peaking too early thing, but I just miss it.
He's really starting to miss
having
people
no
the more alone he
responsibility.
gets, right?
Freeze-dried hopes and dreams that I could enjoy
what's up,
the
Sid?
wonder of without the scary journey it takes to actually get there. I felt so sure of what I wanted back then. I walked around like I already had it. Like it was gonna be easy. Like the world was mine. I remember the first moment that evaporated, and everything was replaced with fear.
It just
worry.
recommended me something here at the side.
It was the very last day.
The
of
world
high
is emptying
school.
everything in his mind. Wait, that's actually so
I
convenient.
stayed late. And when I came outside, the parking lot was completely empty. All my classmates' cars were gone. I wondered where all my friends were, you know, up until then I always knew. I could knock on the door of the house and there they were. If not there, maybe the chains behind the school smoking pot. Maybe the dugout. I could always, with some degree of certainty, know where they were. But when the summer ends and we all go off to college and move away, I won't know where they are anymore. What they're doing, who they're with. Their lives will expand past this 2-mile radius.
I want to fucking know. He keeps alluding to his past a lot, right? And telling us more of his story of how alone he was as a kid, up until his college years. We're finding out now, which probably either has a lot to do with this or nothing at all to do with this, right? But I would very much like to know when this started and what happened in the actual early days of when everybody disappeared. You know what I mean? Because he knows what a Nestor is. We found out him like the story that we like jumped into was him 8 days into staying at his old childhood home, but he had at that point already knew what the Nestors were. We saw him you know, a few weeks into the events, right, in his like apartment, I guess, in the city. But like, I want to see day one, right? Like, what the fuck happened on day one when he figured out what was happening? You know, that would be a very interesting thing to see.
Things will be different.
I remember walking around the empty parking lot that day. It felt like a cavern opened up in my chest. And a loneliness that had been waiting for years to prey on me got loose. From that moment on, I felt desperate for my friends. I felt desperate for life to stay the same. I used to dig my fingers into the earth as if I could stop it from turning. I would hear my friends speak of those younger years as if they were a prison. You know, I'd laugh and I'd agree because I was embarrassed.
Damn. Bro did not look at life
differently.
positively.
Embarrassed that I couldn't move on. I was embarrassed that I missed them so much. Felt weak to miss.
This is so sad moment right here.
Whoever had the least amount of feelings had the most amount of respect. I wanted to shake my friends and say, did it mean nothing to you? Are you not terrified of where we're going?
That's actually so unironic about being like
happened
a
to our
fucking
friendship?
teenager, right? The less you care, the more respected you are.
Their disdain for our coming of age felt like a spit in the face. It took me years to move on, and honestly, I don't think I ever truly will grieve the loss of that time. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe everybody's meant to have their empty parking lot.
That's deep as fuck,
But-
bro. Holy shit.
And then I heard it.
Is that multiple nesters?
Do you hear that?
A siren began sounding in the distance.
Oh, never mind. Is that possibly another human? Because how else would a siren go off? What? No, go investigate that.
I don't
Figure out
know
where it
what
is.
that sound was. I haven't heard anything of that magnitude ever.
Yeah, go find out.
I went to search the beach. Maybe it was just an emergency siren malfunctioning, or maybe it was someone trying to reach me. I found nothing except I saw a nester. It stopped wandering once it saw me and went dormant, swaying, peaceful.
What the fuck was that?
Part-
Brother, I would like to fucking know what the fuck it was. What the fuck was the siren? All right. What was it? Was it someone trying to reach out? I need to know. I need to fucking know. Also, this nester is creepy, bro. This nester is creepy. This nester in this hospital gown. Why do they all wear weird clothes? Right? Like why are they not wearing proper clothes? I guess they're not necessarily human, to be fair, you know? Because we found out they sleep in sleeping bags, which is funny enough.
Part of me felt jealous of its tranquility.
Why are you going under? Why is he doing this?
On the way back to town, I decided to distract myself and stop at the old movie theater, just like we used to.
You know, I feel like if you're going to film something like this, New Jersey probably makes the most amount of sense since no one fucking lives there. Can you guys name 3 people that live in New Jersey? Do you know anyone that lives in New Jersey? What if the dude just has rabies and he's just hallucinating all of this? You know what? It actually is a good explanation for all of this.
All right, I just checked the theater and it's empty. So I think I'm gonna check the projector room and see if I can turn this movie on.
Dude, that was just every theater before Obsession came to theaters, right? Like, dude, movies are back though. Unironically, Backrooms and Obsession saved the movie industry. We got to be grateful, all right? Like, dude, the cinemas are back. Listen, after in 2022, you know the fucking actress who did the AMC like intro? You know who I'm talking about when you go to an AMC theater. Dude, ever since then, movies have kind of been back, but now they're more back than ever. And dude, I'm happy. I go to a movie theater and like it's like low-key always packed now, and like I'm happy right now. But however, I gotta say, we gotta bring back movie theater etiquette. Y'all need to shut the fuck up when I'm trying to watch a movie. All right, just saying. Which is ironic because I'm a fucking React Andy and I'm not shutting the fuck up while we watch this.
I tried to focus on the movie,
For real,
but
yeah.
all I could think about was the siren.
Charlie's Theron? What? Horror nowadays is just rooms. Scary having a girlfriend is scary.
When I got back to town, I
Having
felt restless.
a woman in your life is terrifying,
So I took
for
a
real.
stroll.
You are true. You're right. Sorry. This liminal ass beach, bro.
As the day came to a close, I felt sadness. The same sadness I used to feel at the end of a summer,
New Jersey isn't the real place.
knowing another year was coming.
Oh,
and a new
the lady
monster
in.
was on
Oh,
the
that's the
way.
name of the actress. Sorry. Thank you. Getting a double bedroom when you're in a hotel room alone is kind of a flex. I'm not gonna lie, but also kind of sad, you know.
There it is again. Where is that coming from? Okay, all right. I'm making an executive decision here. I gotta go look for it.
Yes.
I know it's nighttime. I don't care. I can't risk missing this again.
What if it's a giant
broken
nester?
Siren, or if it's, you know,
What
someone
if
trying to make
nesters come in
contact?
different shapes and
Unfortunately,
sizes?
I had left my radio on the night before, and I realized too late that the batteries had died, so I couldn't track anything with
Oh, damn.
it. I heard it
Oh.
coming from the beach.
Wait, what is it? Wait, follow the wire. Follow the wire. Follow the wire. Follow the wire. Go follow it. Okay, what is it connected to? All right. Okay, where are we going? What? Wait, the wire ended. It's not connected to anything. Oh no! It was the beach nester. It was picking up the signal of the beach nester the entire time. Holy shit. That one must be a fucking powerful ass nester or something. Do nesters have power levels? Do we know about that? We don't know anything about them. What the fuck am I saying? You don't know anything about them either. But like, realistically speaking, holy shit. So like that one is emitting a lot of waves because that thing wasn't plugged into anything and it was still emitting that sound. That's crazy. Um. 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 This is such improper form with that gun, bro. Bro, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt that. Can they climb the fucking walls? Like, why did he look up? I don't understand how nesters work, to be fair. He understands a lot more than we do. But like, why did bro point it at the fucking ceiling? Like, are the nesters like Spider-Man? Can they attach themselves to the fucking roof? Like, what's going on here? Maybe the nester just wanted to play GoldenEye. Nesters think they could beat him on Rainbow Road. True. You put that gun down too quick, bro. Check under the bed. Check under the bed. You didn't check under the bed. You didn't check under the bed, bro. I'm mad. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hey, you see what I mean? Well, all right. He put that shit down. Okay. Bro stood on business. Hey, listen. Never let someone touch your N64 controller. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's your controller. Okay, he didn't ask permission. All right, he did the right thing there. But also, look. I do like the detail that the nesters, like they constantly sound like they're emitting radio signals. That's such good detail. Even when it was dying or emitting the dying sounds, it was just outputting the radio signals. That's so cool to me. You know? Bro needs a Modelo. Oh, you destroyed it with the N64. Oh no, I'm mad. I'm mad for you, Rob. Fuck me. No.
I've decided to end my vacation early. Head back to Big House. More will be coming.
No. We lost the N64. Yo, I've seen the chat, bro. This is the worst. This is the worst vacation ever. What are you doing? We're holding a funeral for the N64 and GoldenEye? Oh, and the controllers. You know what? That's fair. That is fair. It's, you know, it's been like 20 years. It's time you put it down. Honestly, I respect it. I do. Hey, listen, I've never seen a man host a funeral for a Nintendo 64 a day in my life, but after the day he's been through, personally, I would too. Somewhere on a beach in New Jersey, there's a buried N64. Those pants fuck.
Hey team, Archivist here. Thank you for watching these logs. Currently speaking to you from an upstate New York dig site where we just uncovered a new batch of tapes. So more stuff coming. But before I go, I want to extend a special thank you to our patrons who support the archives and help us continue this work. If you are also interested in supporting and
his
seeing
tapes in
unreleased
different
footage,
places,
in-process logs, and assisting me in deciding which footage gets released next, please see the link below. Every support that we get helps us keep the archives going.
What's the lore here with the archives?
So thank you so much, and stay vigilant.
Well, that was the Glendale Archives, ladies and gentlemen. What have I learned about the Glendale Archives? Well, first of all, I don't think it took place in Glendale. Unless there's multiple Glendales. To be fair, is there Glendale, Chicago? Because I think it started in Chicago. I might be wrong about that, but ultimately we learned quite a few things about the Nesters, and I think I'm really excited to see more about this series. It doesn't seem like they post too often, but for the first time ever, I feel like I'm watching a found footage series as it sort of started. Even though this one technically started 6 months ago, I am grateful that I am sort of kind of here at the start of this one, and it is very fun and interesting, even though it is a little bit more slower paced than the other ones and less horrific, but still interesting. It's more found footage than horror, I would say, and it's definitely following more so a story of a depressed man as he is challenging himself to be less depressed. And you know, I don't know where this will like end, or if it'll ever end, because some of these found footage stories seem to not have an ending, or I don't know if they'll ever have a conclusion. But the point is, I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This video is long. The videos these days have been long on the channel, and if you got to the end, I appreciate you from the bottom of my freaking heart, dude. And yeah, just type out the word bagel or something. But thank you. If you got this far into the video, you mean the fucking world to me. And I'll see you in the next video. And take care, peace out, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, or night. Goodbye, guys.